Well, hey there. Hi, I totally forgot to do this part. KB with you. Welcome to Tuesday Night Festivities. So listen, so now we are here over on YouTube instead of on Instagram, and I think this is going to be better. I think this is going to be a lot better. And today we're going to have Stephen Wonderboy Thompson on with us, and that's going to be pretty great. Obviously, Renato Laranja will be here in just a moment. But listen, this is episode. Oh, that light might be too bright, huh? I might have to turn that off. Wait, now I'm not gonna. I don't want to have a booty shot in here. What do you think? Is that too bright? I'll have to look and see if there's any comments. Okay, so let's go. Hey, what up? Yes, we are gonna have Wonderboy on, and what up, Cortez? I just want to make sure, like, you can hear me. Is everything cool here? Somebody just give me a thumbs up, right? Since this is the first time that I'm doing this, and usually I've done this live, obviously with Angela before for what had happened was, but this is the first time we're doing this for the festivities show. And it's a weird thing where you don't really get like a lot of feedback into yourself. You can't really hear yourself too much. So I just need to make sure everything is working. But hello, Josh, Joey. Yes, hello. Good to see you. Okay, so yeah, I think I am gonna have to turn that light off, huh? What do you think? It's pretty bright, right? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Inadvertent booty shot. Okay. Inadvertent booty shot. Last week I actually had a oh, that's better. That's better. And that's Wayne Newton. That's an autographed Wayne Newton picture, by the way. And that's a autographed Red Hot Chili Peppers poster. And that is my platinum record for Pearl Jam 10 that they gave to me. I'm cooler than you think. Anyway, hey everybody. Audio adjustment needed. Okay, how so? It's okay. You guys think it's very bright? Is it too bright? Okay, let's see. We'll take it down a notch. We'll take it down a notch. But listen, I just think. Wait, let me make sure on the audio, on the settings, it is the net. Yes, it's the right thing. It's this mic. It should be good. I think it should be good. Okay, well, my mom says I look great. So if mom says I look great, then I probably look all right. So, okay, so listen, folks, I've done a lot of work here to make this show better. And I just want to let you know that now I have, oh, wait. I have to do this first. Sorry. That now that we have the option here to do this on YouTube, there's going to be a lot more interesting things that we're going to be able to do here. So this first and foremost is one of them. It turns out I will probably have to do this show now with the glasses on so that I can see. But here, folks, is the hit list of what is coming up on the show today. So we are going to speak to Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. That is going to be great. He is a wonderful guy. And I haven't actually seen him in a minute. Like I haven't seen him in a minute. So it's going to be fun to catch up with Wonderboy. Then we will kind of recap the Blachowicz versus Rakic fight night, and great fight in the main event. There were a lot of great fights that night. I feel really bad for Alexander Rakic being injured in that one. It's a real shame, and we'll get into that. Have highlights of that fight and highlights of the co-main event as well. Okay, so you guys may have heard in the corner of Andrea Lee, her corner man, Tony Kelly, who is also a fighter, said something about dirty Brazilians. There has been a backlash. There has been an uproar, and not surprisingly. So we will get into that. And of course, you guys know Renato is Brazilian. So I especially want to get his take on that situation and how he feels about it. I'm not saying he speaks for every Brazilian, but he's Brazilian, so we will see. Okay, we will also talk about who might be next for Dustin Poirier. Okay, I don't know if I should do layers on layers on. Okay, I will actually. So we'll talk about who's next for Dustin Poirier. And then we also have this nickname bracket that we put on hold last weekend because it was fresh off of, because Thug Rose is in the bracket and Hot Chocolate is in the bracket, and both of them fought, and both of them, unfortunately, or however I'm trying to say individual, regardless, they didn't win. We figured, we don't want to do this tournament with them right now. People are kind of fresh off the feeling of the fight, and the tournament is really strictly only about the nicknames. It is not about their actual fighting styles. So we wanted to, we thought, you know what, maybe we should put this on hold for just a minute. So yeah, because here's the thing. This is what happened the last time we did the nickname results. Okay, so here's the results. We just did round 1, and we had, and for those who don't know, wow, KB, back up. I think I got ahead of myself. This is episode 36 of Tuesday Night Fistivities. This is a show we've been doing over on Instagram 35 other times. Then we've been coming over to YouTube for the after party. Instagram was kind of giving us a bummer of a time with the tech stuff. So we decided, let's just do it all here, which we maybe probably could have been doing all along. But, Instagram is kind of fun because you get kind of drive-by fans. People just happen to see you pop up live. So it was a good place to incubate the show, I think. So we wanted to bring it over here now. So on the after party is where we have been doing things like this. We have a nickname bracket going, a nickname showdown, where we are trying to figure out what the greatest nickname is in MMA. And again, it is not about the fighter or their fighting style or anything. It's simply about the nickname and kind of how cool it is and how it makes you feel, and just like, how good of a nickname is it? So this is what had happened. Oh, that's the other podcast I do with Angie, but this is what happened last time. We had Sexyama going up against Caramel Thunder. Sexyama kind of squashed Caramel Thunder there, 69% to 30. It's funny that Sexyama had 69%. I mean, I didn't write this. Those are the actual results. And then Touchy Feely, 63% to 36, 63.4 to 36.6 for Violent Bob Ross. So those were the results last time for the first bracket. And we will be getting to another bracket. And I'll show you that bracket and we'll get to that because, yeah, it's going to be fun. See, Unk is live on Instagram to kind of let everybody know to come over here. That's by design. I don't think he forgot. I hope he's not. I hope I hope he remembers. You know what? Look at. I think, in fact, he may have remembered because, ladies and gentlemen, let me see here. I believe I may welcome in. Hello.
My name is Renato Laranja. My school, Laranja Karach. My system, my black. My Johnson, 12 inches, caralho.
Hey. Family show. Welcome to Tuesday Night Fistivities, Renato.
I'll give you a family. I'll give you a family, porra. That's how we make families around here.
That you won't take care of.
I'll give you a broken family, caralho.
Thank you. So I see that you are prepared for Wonderboy, is what I'm thinking. You went full karate tonight. High karate, if I will.
Oh, high karate. I'm wearing that one right now. I couldn't take any chances with Wonderboy because I have to let him know that he's not the only one who know how to do a capoeira and, break some brick or some ice sheets and stuff like that.
Is that all it is? Is that all karate is? Is breaking like a couple of
now it's more, it's that and much more. Okay. So I'm ready for Wonderboy. So I had to dust off this old thing here and my hockey maki porra, which I've had for a year.
You look good. You look good.
Thank you. So do you, Karyn Bryant. Are we bright enough, Karayo? How are we looking here?
Some folks have said that initially that I looked too bright, so I powered mine down. First and foremost, though, I just want to say Slow DK, who shouts out that they love this show. Thank you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's the least I could have did.
I think this is going to be way better here on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, Renato, and fistivities.com. I think this is just going to be better.
I agree. I think this was a great, intelligent move by me to pretend that the Wi-Fi wasn't working just so we can, get you to move every stuff over here.
Okay, well, Joey's loving the Egyptian cinnamon tonight.
You like that one? Oh, God, yes. I don't blame you.
Okay,
you have excellent
Black Flow Dan is saying, thanks for switching over to YouTube.
Look at that. Look at that. It was all my idea, by the way.
It actually, I don't think it was.
Listen, I tried for weeks. I said, listen, would it be such too shabby to maybe put it on one area? And you said, no, two is better than one. And I like to diversify. And but that way they can see Karyn Bryant and then also Karyn Bryant's YouTube and then festivity. And I said, listen, whatever you want to do. But I got a hunch it's better like this, cara.
Okay, I think so as well. Hey, listen, Renato, I wanted to let everybody know again, this is what is on the show today. We're going to be talking to Wonderboy. And then let me say this again. We're talking to Wonderboy. We're going to recap Jan Blachowicz versus Alexander Rakic. We will.
Okay.
Do you not?
It looked like it said Blachowicz. So I was making sure. I think you pronounce African American a Vich.
No, it's Jan Blachowicz is how you pronounce it. Blachowicz.
Oh, Blachowicz.
It's like BW Blachowicz. And then Renato, I had told the people that I knew you would have an opinion on this. In the corner of Andrea KGB Lee, the dirty Brazilian.
Yeah,
so I didn't know.
I didn't know that we was gonna bring that up.
I'm sorry. We're gonna bring that up. We're gonna get into that. We're also gonna talk about who could be next for Dustin Poirier, and we will, get into our nickname bracket since we put that on pause last week. We'll talk about the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial, and also dating deal breakers. So those are the things that are coming up on the show tonight. So I'm really glad you guys are here. This is episode 36, and that means that 35 other times we have done this. But guess what, Renato? Guess what?
Wow!
Guess what time it is?
Guess what time it is? I don't know. I thought you were setting me up. When?
It's Wonderboy time, because ladies and gentlemen,
caralho!
And Stephen Wonderboy Thompson.
What's up, y'all?
My brother. It's
great to see you. How you been?
Peace. Yeah.
I ain't got those moves yet. I haven't learned those moves yet.
Wow. And they're coming at a premium. I charge for my seminar for the karate. It's a seasonal market. It's market price, cara.
We got to get you. We got to get you at the school, at the gym for sure, man. We got to get you there doing some seminars, my brother.
South Carolina.
Yes,
he doesn't love being around children, Stephen.
I love it.
Careful, Stephen.
Yeah. I mean, not like that, like cop a charge type. I love it.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? But, teaching the kids, but training them up to be ninja masters such as yourself, it's my jam.
See, what you're doing is a threat to my way of life, because I like to keep it so I'm the boss. I like to keep it so they can't have the retaliation against me, because once all that children, the illegitimate ones and stuff like that, they put the screws to you when they grow up and they want that support. They want back support.
Got you. So what do you do? I mean, so you don't even teach kids?
I try not to, if I can help that one.
That way I can like the in the back when they get older, right?
Exact. And they want to get a revenge. Okay. But I do like to keep some of my purple belts and stuff to teach a class so I can check in on the single mom. It can be very good for cultivating a single mommy.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, we call them the karate moms.
The karate mommy, the karate mommy.
Is that really a thing, Steve? Is that like a thing?
Oh yeah.
I mean, growing up, you get some karate moms come at you from time to time. But, I've learned to kind of know which one's which, kind of stay away. You know what I mean? In a nice way, obviously.
Yeah. You deflect them.
Exactly. I'm just like I'm head bobbing. I'm moving. I'm just dodging them like crazy.
You give them hockey.
Sometimes you exchange a little bit, but then you back away.
That's right.
When you hang out with them, you give them an introductory privates, and then you try sabaki when they want to hang out and all that stuff. It's no more.
Oh, really? Yeah. So you don't sit there. What's the connect? So you don't play connect the dots with them. You don't stick around during the privates. Little connect the dot game. You know.
I give them my privates. Is speak for themselves. God, are you?
Oh, I need to take some notes from you, sir.
I think you do, Paul. How about you married already?
Encourage him. So, Stephen, speaking of karate, you are now working with the Karate Combat Show, right? With Boss Rutan on it.
Yes.
How did you get involved in that? Because I spoke with Boss about that. Like, he's such an interesting guy, and obviously,
To say the
legendary.
least.
Yeah. And it's a different thing. People don't know about the the way the combat like the arena in which it's performed. So maybe like if you could give us a just sort of a primer on that.
Well, this is super cool because, obviously when you look at karate, a lot of people, that's the first thing that comes to their head is Stephen Wonderboy Thompson when it comes to the UFC. Mm-hmm. So it just made sense for me to kind of be one of the senseis with Boss Rutan, and one of my mentors and inspiration is GSP, which is super cool to be able to hang out with these guys. But it's a chance for these these professional karate guys who didn't have a sport of their own, didn't have a full contact sport of their own. They had to kind of go to kickboxing or MMA if they wanted to, to make a living or to go professional. So this is the first promotion to allow karate guys to go pro, to make a living through fighting. And I think it's great because you get different karate styles, Kempo karate, you have Kyokushin, you have Shotokan, and they all have their different systems and different tournaments that they do. This is like the first promotion to kind of bring all the karate styles together in one and have them compete.
It's cool.
Is there one style that tend to kind of clean up in the tournament, or it's all over the place?
It's all over the place. It's all over. I mean, you got Kyokushin guys going against Shotokan, American karate guys going against Kempo. I mean, it's awesome, man. But it is different because you get a lot of these guys coming from the Kumite style of point fighting that was in the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
And it's really cool to see some of the, for me especially, some of the same moves that I like to pull off in my sport as well. So, and I'm watching these guys and picking up on some things that I haven't seen in years. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try that next time I'm out.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing, because it isn't point scoring. Like they're going for it.
They're going for the knockout. They're going.
Oh yeah.
And it's all stand up only. So, it's always long range. There's no grappling. There are takedowns, but you only get 45 seconds of ground and pound. Then they stand you back up to keep the action going. Right. So it's very action packed, and the knockout ratio is ridiculous.
I follow it on Instagram, and every day I'm like, oh God, when every day I'm like, oh, that's a shame for that gentleman. I mean, it's always like in this one. Every one of them is like a 360 dunk. You know what I mean? It's beautiful, there's no just like, man, he got knocked out. It's always some kind of
They're going for 10. For instance, the first fights of season 4 happened this past Saturday, which had some crazy knockouts. But not only that, takedowns. I don't know if you've seen The Ring, right? The ring is something different. It's literally inverted. It's down into the ground. You don't have any walls, but you have these 45-degree angle platforms, and these guys are picking each other up, running off of the wall, slamming each other on the ground. And, it's great to see some of these high-level movie techniques, right, that karate brings, right? You've seen The Karate Kid, you've seen the, Kung Fu Panda, The Matrix, all these wild, crazy kicks. But you see it actually being put to like real use,
That's
for
great.
years you see these guys like, oh, you can't do that, you couldn't do that in a street situation or in a real fight, but they're crushing it right now, and it's exciting to see.
And coming from a person, I mean, you grew up with a father that's nicknamed the baddest man in South Carolina or whatever, or the Carolinas or whatever it is. I'm sure he got a couple chances to use his karate against people in the street.
Oh yeah, well, see, he grew up in the era where they had dojo wars, right?
Yeah.
So it's this school versus this school.
Yeah, like Count Dante versus so and so, whatever.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Count Dante.
It's true. You hear about it with the Gracies, but you don't realize that happened around the world.
Yeah.
You got. I mean, back then the martial arts, you didn't find a martial arts school, but 2 hours away. They weren't right around the corner from each other. So they would travel, and you got a new school moving in, they were going to challenge you. So my he's got some really cool stories of, the dojo wars that he had to go through.
I can imagine. I would love to sit there and listen to the old school
Yeah.
stories like that. You know?
It's fun, man. It puts a smile on my face, and I'm like, at the same time, like, why don't they do that anymore? But now, like you get
Man,
sued, and back then they would knock each other out, get up, shake
Yeah.
hands, and they're buds.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know? But
But
it is what it is.
No, MMA gyms will sometimes have smokers against each other, though, right? I
But
mean,
this is not a smoker, though.
I
This is
know,
like
I
some
know, but
grimy
I'm
shit.
saying-
Yeah, yeah,
But
I'm
saying
coming
there
to
is sort
hurt
of
you
like,
and embarrass
Yeah.
you in front of your students type deal.
yeah.
You know?
Well,
That's bad.
It was wild.
You may not know this, but my father, even though I'm from Brazil, my father is an African American gentleman from New York. Okay, and he was meet my mommy while he was in a tournament in Brazil. Okay, and then he left us to fend for ourselves, which is much like how I learned my style. But my father was like a star in karate in New York in the 70s. You know, like
Oh,
yeah, he
wow.
started
No
training in the
way.
60s. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, one of the first Americans like to do in the country, you know, like under Peter Urban. Your dad will know who's that
I
guy.
know who Peter. Yeah,
So
my dad knows
my-
all the old school guys.
My
Hey,
dad
what's
was one
cool?
of Peter Urban's first student.
No way.
Yeah,
What?
yeah,
I had no idea. That's ridiculous.
yeah. That's why I have the hold on,
Oh, the fist, baby. I love it.
o caralho.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I got all those old stories. I grew up, you know, with a you know a tough Kahati dad that was beat up people in those kind of situations, stuff like that.
Well, then, if you grew up with a karate dad, like, if it was a guy like, karate dad like mine, then I've occasionally put those karate moves on you too. So kind of tough.
You
up a
know,
little bit.
he didn't even have to put too much moves on me. He was scary. He just look at you, you know, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
might smack the taste out of your mouth. And once that happened, you kind of just, you know, your lips is buzzing. It's not like he needs to like chop you. You know what I mean? He don't
Oh,
need
yeah.
to.
Well,
You know.
well, my dad, you ever heard of a makiwara?
Yeah, makiwara. You have to.
And you sit
Yeah.
there. My dad, he still to this day does it, 3 to 4 days a week. But his
Really?
hands are real dense and real thick. And
Yeah.
there was 5 of us growing up. 2 brothers, and I got 2 sisters, and we were hellions. We were alpha dogs, always fighting. And if we were out in public doing something we weren't supposed to be doing, he would do something like called an eagle. He would call it the eagle's beak, or he would take the palm of his hand and smoke you on top of the head, make you see stars. My ears would be ringing.
What about the eagle's beak for her?
Ray's like, papa.
The eagle's beak. That is definitely some fucking karate dad shit.
That's like a pit, like, because that just makes me think of like a real sharp, like a
Yeah.
pitch.
Oh,
like
yeah. And he would do it to you on your skull
Woo.
and
Yeah.
make us see stars, man. I have the ugliest head. I mean, thank goodness I have a good head of hair. But if I didn't,
Yeah.
I would have like calcium buildup. I have the ugliest
Oh
head
my
ever.
god!
And I swear it's from taking those shots from my dad growing up. Thanks a lot, Dad.
That taught you respect, though, Poha. That's why he's such a nice guy. Because you
Always.
think the eagle's claw gonna came down if you talk shit.
See, he goes from the eagle's beak to the eagle's claw. So you got the eagle claw. I don't know about the eagle claw.
You're talking about the beak,
The
caralho.
beak, just
yeah,
like
but you-
like that would hurt.
The beak. That's like in Brazil we have a cascudo. You gave
Oh, really?
they gave the kids that one. Ah, caralho. Yeah.
Oh, go. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That
The teachers and the parents give to the kids that one cascudo.
They
Um,
need it nowadays. I wish people would do that here. You know what I mean? So these kids need it. They need to
Well,
be slapped
Stephen-
around every now and then.
Sometimes
Yeah, they
people
they
do
need that once.
a little bit of tough love. Palooka Palooza has given us a donation tonight and said, "Try as I may, I've yet to learn the secret of Wonderboy's power. How did you get your nickname, Stephen? Thank you for all of your time." And I was telling Renato a little bit. I think it came from you beating up like a grown man. Is that right?
Yeah, so I started my martial arts training at the age of 3. So like I said, there was 5 of us, and it was mandatory in our household, just as important as our
Of course.
education.
Yeah.
Got to be. So
You have
right now,
to.
it's crazy. I've got 13 nieces and nephews, and they've all started at age 3. Mandatory. We're building an army. You know what I mean? But
Oh, caralho.
I grew up helping my sister get ready for her fight. She was the first competitor of our family. Was my sister
Okay.
before after my dad, obviously.
Right.
So I was her sparring partner, and I got beat up by her all the time. And I thought I was terrible because here I am every day getting beat up by this girl. I didn't really know how good she was. She was really good. So my very first fight, I was 15 years old, and I looked like I was 12, right? At 15. And my dad threw me to the dogs on this one. I was 15, 145 pounds soaking wet. I fought a guy who was 26 years old, and he was 20-0. He was undefeated.
Oh,
and
no.
It was kind of a way for my dad to show me that I was better than what I thought I was. And I beat the brakes off the guy, and I don't remember the guy's name, but after the
Thank
fight,
God.
the announcer went up to my opponent and he said, what'd you think about this Stephen Thompson kid? And he said, man, I wondered why I even step out there in the ring with this boy. And the announcer called me Wonderboy, and it stuck with me ever since.
Oh, caralho.
That is great.
I know, here
a
I am,
movie.
39 years old, and people are like, when are you going to change it to Wonder Man, man?
No,
Nah,
look at-
fuck that.
Your
Fuck
eye
that.
is
You
still
ever
the
seen The
California
Natural?
kid. Leave it.
Yeah. You seen The Natural?
Oh, yeah, I've seen The Natural. Great movie.
Love it.
If the old ass Howard Hedford, when he looked like he's 70, if he could call
Right.
himself Wonder Boy, then forget about it, caralho.
Forget about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a great story, and that's amazing that you came from such a like a fighting family, obviously. So yeah, you kind of joke about it. You're how much longer do you want to keep doing this? Like, it's so amazing because when you came into the UFC, you were so. I remember you showing up, and everyone was like, "Who is this?" And I joked one time with I think even with Rogan, like we were saying, like nobody ever calls you Stephen Thompson, right? It's always Stephen Wonderboy. Like you came on the scene, that nickname, I remember as a broadcaster, like, Wonderboy, that's fantastic. You know what I mean? And then you see you and you're like, and the way you fight, you're like, this is even better. Like, this is perfect. So I love it. And I remember you being there. I remember you fought our buddy Jake Ellenberger.
Yes.
And I was like,
I
just stand right in front. He stood right.
That was something else, that one. Because he's no joke, you know what I mean? I mean, Ellenberger, it's not like he was a bum, you know?
Yeah, he was on that.
I have to say, when you came, I heard about you before. You I don't remember how long before, but before you came to the UFC, you know.
Oh, wow.
And then when I heard you was because your reputation for being like undefeated and having this many, it was kind of you hear through the you hear like the legend of this fucking kid, you know, and so then. When you got in the UFC, I was like, "Oh shit, porra!" You know, because we had Machida, which was great, but
another inspiration of mine.
Yeah, and there was only one though, and I was like, when you had your first fight, I was like, "Please let this fucking guy win," because I didn't want it to be like, "See, that bullshit don't work." You know what I mean?
That old stuff doesn't work.
Yeah, and because he's a point guard, and wait till he see what the heel stuff. So I was like, "Please don't fuck this up." And when you did what you did, I was like, you can't imagine how it was like when Machida won. I think it was when he won the belt, and he goes, "Kahati is back." You know, he goes, "Kahach is back." Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, boy." You know, it was just, I always root for the fucking traditional guy.
Thank you,
you
man.
know,
you just made my night, man. You just made my night.
It is 100% the truth.
Thank you. I'm 39, but I haven't taken a whole lot of punishment, and I do, give it to my karate style, right? The background, the movement, not taking a ton of punishment. I've been knocked out one time my entire fight career, and I feel like I haven't taken a ton of punishment. And my last two fights, I didn't take any punishment, to be honest with you. I got taken down and held down, but
that's it.
Yeah.
Guys win fights that way. It's crazy. This division.
Kind of like MVP. Did you see MVP?
Same thing, man. I'm like, no.
That was tough.
But I read about it, and
that was tough. But you know what the thing was? I'm of two minds, because if I'm the other guy and that's my way to beat that guy, what the fuck else you want me to do?
What do you want me to do? Just like they expect you to kick their head off. What are you gonna do?
I cannot blame this guy for not just being a sacrificial lamb. Yeah. However, but on the same token, you don't want to see an MVP fight like that. You know, I mean, it's frustrating, but you got to be able to beat the guy. You know, what can you do?
100%. And that's something that I'm working on every day. So I haven't taken a whole lot of punishment. Yes, I didn't win my last two fights. So, I'll do this as long as my body will let me.
I have a theory about this. Okay. Because, I think so many people is focused on the aspect of not being able to be taken down, you know?
Yes.
But in my estimation, that's like a wrestler trying to beat you at a point karate match, okay? Right. at Kung Fu Commandos or whatever the fucking thing you was in before. You know, Chuck Norris kids or whatever.
The World Combat League. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. So, so I figure, okay, the guy's probably gonna have a, you know, at some point gonna be able to take you down. And what I see is like people is so, their jiu-jitsu is to the point where once they on the ground, it's like I better get up or I'm doomed, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like, especially with these guys Kazakhstanis and all these guys like that, they get there and then there's no jiu-jitsu answer down there,
Right.
you know. And I feel like that's one of the aspects that made Anderson Silva so great, because he was the first guy that was able to get his techniques out just like he wanted them, without changing them because of the takedown. Because he was like, fuck it, check me down. I'll put you in a triangle.
Yep. Or I'll elbow you from guard position.
Whatever, you know? And he was the only striker that I saw that was, it seemed like he was unconcerned about being taken down. So his techniques was like hotcakes, you know, because guys is not used to that. You know, they used to a striker being like, oh fuck, I gotta stay low. You know, it's like if you're not worried about the jiu-jitsu, then you're gonna have I think you're gonna have even more success. As great as you are on the feet, I feel like you're gonna be even doing more, you know?
Yes, sir. 100%, man. And you know, I've got I got a really good team here, and you know, we're definitely working on the wrestling and jiu-jitsu. So I came in the UFC at 28 years old. I feel like I was fairly late in the game and trying to play catch up with the wrestling and jiu-jitsu. And it was being a sparring partner of GSP why I started doing more jiu-jitsu and wrestling, just to be a better sparring partner for him. You know, I wasn't even thinking about doing MMA at the time. I was like, look, he's bringing me out here, better make the best of it. Let's get my jiu-jitsu and wrestling up so I can be a better sparring partner for him. Yeah. And then, you know, so, you know, having that and being, and from where I was at that age till now, I've had a huge jump, but I feel like I'm still learning every day. So, which is awesome. You know, I always go in the gym, even though I've been there my whole life, with an empty cup. No matter who comes in, whoever I bring out to help me, always have an empty cup stepping out there. So that way I'm always soaking it up and learning.
I love it. Yeah. I love it. One thing I'm curious if you learned from GSP was his appreciation of brown sugar.
Who God are you?
Yeah,
I think he did.
I mean, I had to inquire.
I love it. I see you doing your hair over there.
I mean, you know.
My man GSP.
We appreciate his appreciation. Let me just say that.
I appreciate it too. I mean, I'm telling you, man, this guy, I met him in Montreal. I was fighting kickboxing, and lo and behold, GSP and Faraz Zahabi was in this guy's corner. And I'm like, oh my God, this guy's going to be a beast. You know, I ended up knocking the guy, I think, in the 5th round. But afterwards, he ended up coming out and saying, hey, man, we'd love you to come out for our camps. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You know, to help the champ, let's go. So that was, I think 2005, 2006.
Oh, that fucking long ago?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then through GSP, I trained with Rashad Evans.
Hashaji.
Yeah. Hashaj. I was just working with him this weekend.
Oh, Hashaj.
I love that guy. And through him, obviously, I got to spend some time with Leo Tomachita and Anderson Silva in California.
Love those guys.
Just a dream come true. So, you know, when I am ready, I know that I've done everything and what this sport has done for me, not just as a martial artist, but as a human being, meeting all these guys and know what their mindset's like and showing that championship mindset. It's just been freaking ride, man. I'm still on it, so it's awesome.
It's great.
Yeah, and you're a fan favorite.
A lot of people. Yeah, fan favorite. Exactly.
Yeah, people love it. It's not a usual thing for people to love a guy that's a nice guy. You know what I mean? Because you have this unusual combination of you can knock people the fuck out, but it seems like no one hate you. I've never heard somebody go, then fuck Wonderboy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And you hear that pretty much about any fighter, you know. But whenever you heard somebody say that, like, I mean, because there's nothing you do that people is like, that's not for me or whatever.
Yeah,
you know?
man. I mean, there's a few people that have tried. I mean, for instance, and I love this guy to death, Tyron Woodley. I don't know if you remember, we were on, I think it was our first fight.
Yeah.
And we were behind the scenes and, you know, he was talking trash. It was live. And I just look at him. I was like, man, why you got to be so mean? and he broke character. He just started laughing, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He
Number
can't.
one, I can't talk crap. I'm terrible. So I just eat him up with niceness. I just smile at him. And but to be honest with you, it rubs off. For instance, when I fought Jeff Neal, I think it was the first or second round, I don't remember. I stepped on his foot and he tripped and he fell down, right? And I didn't want me stepping on his foot to be the reason I got the takedown. So I was like, man, no, get back up. And we bumped gloves and stuff like that. And then I think later on the round, I ended up falling down. And he said, kudos, man, get back up. So he let me back up because
I like that.
So
I like that.
You know?
I like that. And that come from you upbringing. That was enough of those fucking eagle's paw or whatever.
Eagle's beak, man.
The beak. Because those beak was drilled that into you that you have to have honor and discipline and respect for your fucking opponent. You're bow to that guy and you guys is seeing who is the best at fighting, not who is the best at getting the upper hand by fucking cheating.
Yes, sir. That's it. That's it right there, man. 100%. You know,
you don't want to be a Vinny Magalesh. That's a Magalesh thing to do. You understand?
Listen, Stephen, and I remember because it's funny because that clip is on YouTube, I think, of you and Tyron playing charades with us on UFC Tonight. Back in the day of UFC Tonight, hashtag never forget.
That was awesome.
And you guys were going to fight, and we were playing charades, and you guys were like teammates. And there's a scene where you got something, and you guys high-fived each other. And everybody was like, oh, look at that. They high-fived. And it was this whole thing. And like, it's on YouTube. I'm almost positive it's on YouTube.
I have to go check it out.
But you got to look for it. I'll share it I'll share it tomorrow or whatever if I find it. But it is so great because everybody like in the comments section, they're like tripping out that you guys are high-fiving and you're
how could that be
each other when you're about to go and try to murder each other. So
that's why I love the sport. You know, I'm not in it to try and be mean or, you know, to be honest with you, I fight for free. I just like to compete.
We always discourage people from saying that on this show.
Sorry.
Don't do that to yourself.
I take it back.
Don't do it. We want you to make some fucking money, my brother. Don't let them hear that shit.
Well, listen, D&D is saying that Hands of Steel Neal, when you won that fight, he was happy because, usually Jeff can really kind of handle people. So
he was a monster, man. The guy kept coming forward. I couldn't put him away. We ended up headbutting each other in the first round. Actually, I still have the scar, and he got cut over his lid, and I got cut on my forehead. So it was a worse cut for him because he kept bleeding in his eye. But
right.
Oh, thank God for
every shot. And I think another reason too was the fight before that was Vicente Luque.
Oh,
and I ended up breaking both of my hands in that fight on that dude's noggin. Guy had the hardest head.
He's a tough customer, that guy.
He is tough, man.
Yes.
Yeah. And then so hitting Jeff Neal in the head, I'm like, should I hit this guy as hard as I can? So, you know, it was, but he was tough. Golly, Jeff Neal's a tough guy. I think.
What about golly?
Well, Leroy definitely appreciates that KO as well.
Oh my goodness! Thank you, Leroy. I appreciate you, man. He ended up dropping me in the first round. I don't know if you remember that. Jake Ellenberger not hitting me.
To be honest, I don't even remember that. I swear, because we always remember the last shit that happened. You know, like you forget. Yeah,
I know. He ended up dropping me.
I forgot.
Right hand, and I fall out, and I don't even know where I'm at. All I remember is coming to, having him up against the cage. It's like my brain died and my body just took over, and I had him up against the cage, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm losing this thing. And then from that on, I was going nonstop. And the next thing you know, I hear my dad say spin, and well, you know the rest.
Yeah. Hey, do you have a favorite fight in the UFC?
I do, but it's not a fight that you guys would probably be like, what, really? My favorite fights are the ones that I lose, to be honest with you. And it's because, you know, you always tell yourself, and I know guys who aren't in the game tell themselves, you know, I can do that. I can be in that situation and push through, or I can take whatever this guy brings, right? You tell yourself that. But when you're in it, right, and this guy is making you uncomfortable, and even at the pro level, I've seen guys get uncomfortable and then immediately they look for a way out, and you can see it, right? Khabib would do that to guys. He would just sit there and beat guys up and talk trash, and next thing you know, the guy's turning his back, you know, on purpose. And then, you know, it's almost like the guy's looking for a way out. Yeah. Well, when I fought Matt Brown, and even Tyron, when he had me in that guillotine after he dropped me, I think 2 or 3 times, I told myself, and those are the fights that are my favorite, because it lets you know who you really are in here. You know, that spirit, that fighting spirit. I was ready to go out. Like I was either going to come back with my shield or I was going to come back home on it. And I was in that deep guillotine, and I told myself, look, I was like, all these people came to watch me fight. I was like, I'm not tapping. I'm just going to go out. And as soon as I said that, I felt his arms get a little fatigued. And I'm like, yeah, that's my way out. But it lets
that
you
was
know who you
surprising.
really are.
That was surprising.
Thank you.
I remember because I thought that shit was over with for her.
Everybody did. Even Joe was like, oh, it's over. It's over. And I'm like, no, it's not over. It's not over.
Yeah.
But I remember when I pulled my head out, I went back and watched the fight. In Madison Square Garden, it
we went
erupted.
nuts.
And that was definitely a memorable moment for sure.
But I'm not gonna lie, like that was one where I was like, okay, I'm cool with the draw. You know what I mean? Because he's been my friend for so long, and it was just like I hated that you guys had to fight each other. It was, you know what I mean?
It's like that. It's like that. Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's the thing where you're just like, oh,
and it's the same.
there's
like
a few
when I
of
fought
those fights
Rory,
coming up where I'm just like, I don't want to see it. You know,
it was
it happened all the time.
Rory, you know, when I fought Rory, we spent a lot of time in TriStar together.
Oh yeah, with Fahad.
Yeah, and I'd sit there and look.
Such a good guy.
And I was like, you know, I fight my buddies all the time in sparring. It's just like, you know, it's the same thing. You know, I look at it as like, hey, man, you're my buddy, but you're going to get you're going to get, I'm not going to hold back. You're going to get all of me. And it's funny whenever you do that. It's like, what was the movie, The Matrix, where, you know, Neo was fighting a guy and he said, you never really know about somebody until you fight them. Right. Mm-hmm. Like you see the guys that you fight and, you know, they give up or they're looking for a way out. That's not the kind of guy you want to have your back. But the guys that don't give up, the guy that's still in your face, or you punch him in the head and he sits there and smiles at you. It's like, that's the kind of guy that I would love to have my back, you know? So you learn a lot about some people whenever you fight them.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Hey, you know, you speak a lot about movies, and I am curious, you know, there are a lot of, you know, sort of martial arts movies and things like that, but I don't know if there's any specifically karate movies. And the guy sitting next to you here on the show, Stephen, really fancies himself a connoisseur. Even in the favelas, somehow Renato was able to see a lot of movies. So I'm curious if you guys have made a little Betamax. you had an old Laserdisc player with somebody and kind of power it with a bicycle or something. But
I check Umbridge. Check it.
I've made a list of a few that I know are pretty good karate movies, but I'm curious if you and Renato could maybe sort of come back and forth with some or list some or who knows more. I'm not sure. I just feel like he thinks he knows everything about it.
Well, I know a lot of people don't. They could name shit. They could name all the kung fu movies in history. But
hold on, Renato, you're breaking up. Hold on, Renato, you're breaking up.
He might be is he in the favelas right now?
I think like I said, he's in the favela. Hold on, Renato. Let's try that again. You froze up a little bit there. There you go. Okay.
My back?
Yes, you're back. You're back. You're back. So try that again. I'm
back. Okay. So a lot of martial art movies that we've seen traditionally, like in the old days, is all kung fu shit, you know? Yep. So very few is actually a karate movie, you know? Mm-hmm. And only a heel karate man would know the deep cuts of those ones, or even any of them aside from, you know what. I
got one for you. This is probably one of my all-time favorite karate movies. Everybody knows The Karate Kid. That doesn't count. There was a movie called, I think it was the late 80s, early 90s, called Best of the Best.
That's on my list for her.
No way.
Because it's the American team who came in against the Japanese team. Yeah, and it had Eric Roberts, Chris Penn. Yeah.
This guy knows
I love Chris Penn.
What the heck?
Of course. I mean, that's one of the classics.
One of my favorites. Pop it, Tommy. Pop it.
Yeah. Well, I knew you had to watch that one because that's as close to a sports movie with karate. You know, it's not even like. It's like a sports movie. It's not like a martial art movie. Yeah, imagine it's almost like watching a movie about an Olympics or something like that because it's like the world teams, and it's based on a true story. It was like the teams against each other.
I didn't know that. I didn't know it was based on a true story.
Yeah, for sure. Wow. Then they made sequels that was all bullshit stuff.
Yeah. I guess I've seen it forever ago.
Imagine Eric Roberts was the lead of it.
Yeah.
And he's and Chris Penn is in there, and he has like the cowboy hat or whatever.
Yeah, I heard those guys are actually they've also really studied karate.
Yeah, they had
Eric
you.
Roberts is really into it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they had you at the time. Yeah, yeah. So the best of the best. I mean, you definitely, that's one of the one that if you're just dabbling in karate, you're not gonna know about that shit.
Yeah. Okay, got you. Oh man, I'm trying to think of some other actual karate. So you have a list.
Here, let me see. I have a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have a list of 7 quality ones. And you've already, yes, Karate Kid.
I got one
dispatched, and you just said best of the best. So that's
I got
2 out
one
of 7 on my list
for you that you might not, that a lot of people probably don't even realize it's a karate one because of this guy's style. But you ever seen The Perfect Weapon?
The Perfect Weapon. Yes. I don't remember the guy's name, but my dad loved him. He did a lot of the Screamer Sticks, and he did a lot. He
did Kempo. He did Hawaiian Kempo. He's one of, what's his name? Who's that guy from Hawaii?
DJ Penn?
No, fuck, no, the karate guy. You got no, karate. What's the fuck? Ed Parker. Ed Parker. Yeah. So he was Ed Parker's star pupil, and the guy looked like he was from a soap opera, or he looked like he should be from a cigarette ad, like Marbleman. And it had the coldest fucking title sequences because he's in his home and he's in sweatpants and he's doing these like Kempo katas, and he had that song when it first came out. I got the power. You know that? You remember that one? And he's doing this fucking like, and he did a lot of it looked like kung fu, but really it was Hawaiian Kempo.
I remember that guy. Now what was it called again?
The Perfect Weapon.
Perfect Weapon.
Yeah.
There was a few,
and his name is Jeff Speakman, porra.
Jeff Speakman. I'm gonna talk with Pops about that tomorrow too.
He's a top customer in real life, that Jeff Speakman. He was the heel deal. Yeah.
I heard he was a beast. I heard he was a monster.
Oh yeah.
Back in the day, man. But hit me with another one. Let's go. Is Bloodsport considered a karate?
Okay, so I thought about that because I think Frank Dukes probably was doing karate, but I think that the whole fucking movie is for me it's a UFC movie. It was the first MMA movie to me, you know?
Yeah, 100%, man. Back in the day.
The first Valley Trudeau.
But he was doing karate, I think, right? Was it?
He probably was. It was like a Shotokan, I think. Yeah. I think so.
I've actually interviewed Frank Dukes.
On
a show.
Who everybody said is full of shit, porra.
Well, so here's the thing. So I actually interviewed Frank Dukes because I used to do a thing called Movies for Guys Who Like Movies on TBS. And we would show action movies.
I remember that.
And like all these martial arts movies. And we would show all these things. And then we would come in the middle between like commercial breaks. We would show like Total Recall.
I remember that show.
Right. So we would do things. We would blow stuff up. We would do whatever. So we were showing Bloodsport. And we interviewed Frank Dukes. I was down in like San Pedro or whatever. You know, he has a little weight in his eyelid because something happened to the muscle in his eyelid or something where it won't close. So he has like a little like fishing weight in his eyelid apparently to like help him close it. I don't know.
I never heard of that in my life, porra. That's crazy.
My point is, he was.
Can you imagine? It's just bullshit, porra.
That's what I was just gonna say. He's a really interesting guy, and I really enjoyed him. But I think 50% of what he said was BS.
It's bullcrap. I think they have proven it like it was bullcrap.
Yeah. He's like what's that one? John Lovitz, the compulsive liar or whatever. You know? Yeah. I mean, exactly. But no matter, my take on this guy is no matter what, no matter how full of shit he was, his imagination even was what gave us that beautiful movie that we love so much, porra. You know, that movie and it almost feels like feels like the blueprint of so much shit. Like, the UFC, Valley Trudeau exists in Brazil before fucking Frank Dukes, but it influenced Street Fighter, you know, the video game. I mean,
everything.
I think it's the thing that made America fascinated with the UFC when it first came out. All of the US said that's Bloodsport. You know,
I can see. I can definitely see that for sure. I still go back and watch that movie from time to time.
Of course, if it's on, you're not turning it off, porra.
Yeah, 100%.
Well,
You know?
and a side note, we've had Jairzinho Rosenstruck on this show before, Stephen, and Renato actually had a blood sport related strategy for him, like with his ashy elbows. I
True.
think he said something like he should have taken the
Yeah.
ash from his
Yeah,
elbows and like
Blew
blown
it
it
in
into
his
the
eyes?
guy's eyes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
'Cause
it was
he's
it's
like
pretty
Ashy
good
Larry.
strategy.
Yeah, they don't have they don't have a lotion in Siam or wherever the fuck he came from. Where's Suriname? They don't.
You're
They
breaking
honestly
up.
don't have. Oh god.
Yeah, okay, you're back. You're back. But yes,
Oh.
in Suriname, they don't have lotion. But folks should look that episode up. That was very funny. With
What a
Jairzinho
shame.
Rosenstruck. Okay, so Bloodsport, we're not counting. Okay, so how about when there's a movie that came out in 1986, blank blank, comma, blank blank.
Oh, well, you know this one.
Blank, blank, comma, blank, blank.
Yeah.
And it came out in
1986.
89?
It was
86.
1986, and it
86.
maybe had an alternate name about
Yeah,
a karate
he wouldn't-
animal, but
He wouldn't know it by that. That nobody would know it by that. But
Oh, man. Blank,
I know.
blank.
Well, one
Renato,
word is
you're
no.
breaking up. Maybe you should go out and come back
I'm
in.
gonna go out and came back in.
Yeah, go out and come back. Okay.
I have no idea.
Okay,
Now,
so
did Hinata get this right?
well, I think he might know this one. So yeah, the blank it's blank. It's go da da da, comma da da da. The first word is the same on both of those things. So it's one word something, same word something.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, I'm trying to look. Okay, so people are guessing in the comments. It is
Oh.
not Crouching Tiger, but I don't know if we would consider that a karate movie. It's a
Yeah, that's
beautiful
definitely
movie, though.
straight kung fu. That's
But
a kung
it's a
fu. This is a
Beautiful
karate
movie. My goodness, wasn't that? I remember when that movie came out. I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
That-
It was, like,
them flying through
gorgeous.
the air and stuff like that.
yeah,
I love that
And-
movie and the art, right? I
right.
forgot what you call it, but the Chinese call it something. It's like when they're flying through the air, when it's with a man and a woman. I don't know what it's actually called, but it's like a beautiful art form. I don't know what it's called, but anyway,
I don't know what it is
it's
either.
in,
But
like,
yeah, that
most of
movie.
the kung fu movies, right?
It was beautiful.
Why can I not think of this? I have no idea.
Okay, Renato,
There, he's back.
I'm
back.
trying to grill him, and I've given Steven a couple of hints
Well,
on the movie from
what were you just talking
1986.
about? That you said there was a beautiful something.
Oh, we
something?
were talking about Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon when that movie
Yeah.
came out. How
Oh, yeah.
incredible it was, and how it was so different from anything you'd ever seen, and so beautiful.
Yeah, some people in the comments were thinking it was Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, but it's
Oh,
but
no,
it's
that's the kung fu.
something, comma, something.
And
Oh,
it's the
yeah,
same
yeah.
word
drawing
on
a
the
blank.
first two. It's the
Hold
same
on for a
word.
second. I forgot that when I disconnect, it also disconnects my fucking Bluetooth speakers.
You
So
sound good though.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually
Fuck
sound
it.
really good.
Fuck it.
Yeah, you sound great.
Okay.
You sound great.
That's
So,
the timbre of my voice.
I have no
come on.
idea. Hanana, do
okay.
you know what she's talking about?
Yeah, it go no heat treat, no surrender.
Surrender.
Oh
No,
wait,
he
no
treat- no
what?
surrender.
Say it again.
No,
No,
heat treat, no
No
surrender.
surrender.
no retreat, no
No
surrender.
surrender. See,
So-
I haven't seen that movie since I was a kid.
Yeah,
See,
and
I
that's
watched all these
for good
movies with my
reason.
dad. I haven't seen
Yeah.
that movie in
So-
years.
That is the most kakamemi story. So basically, you have this kid who's do karate, okay, and he's not that great. He's okay. He think he's better than he is. Then this fucking they was trying to hide the wave of the hockey floor, where you have like the bad Hushin, you know.
Oh yeah,
That's
okay.
like Drago, and there was this evil, you know, like machine of a karate guy who like I think killed some dude in the hang or whatever, and was like, "You next" or whatever. And it was played before Bloodsport. It was played by Van Damme, and he had like a slick back hair, and he was playing.
And they fought him in a ring, right? Didn't he fight a guy in a ring in a suit or
Yes.
something?
Yes. But okay, so then he beat the living shit out of the star, who was I don't know, some guy, good-looking kid, looked like a teenager, you know. He beat the living shit out of this kid. He got no chance. Now here's the Hili Kakamemi shit in the movie. He have a Bruce Lee poster in his home, okay, the kid. And he's chalked to that one, and he's at his lowest point, and he go, "Bruce, I wonder what would you do or whatever." Well, just like in Peter Pan or one of these fucking things, the spirit of Bruce Lee has come through the fucking poster.
Stop.
Oh,
I swear to fucking God, or to my God, porra. I don't like to take the Lord name in vain,
No.
but this is a exception, a hair exception. Bruce Lee, a cheap actor playing Bruce Lee, who is like, I don't know, who is this fucking guy?
My God.
Then he come down and he's like the Yoda or the Obi-Wan Kenobi of the movie, and he's teach this kid like Miyagi, whatever, teaching this kid shit,
terrible.
and then he teach him a secret move that he's trying the whole stuff, and then of course you can.
He ends up
imagine
doing the
what-
move.
Yeah,
He ends up doing
where
the
the
move.
move is like where the guy catch you, where the guy catch you kick, and then while he have you one foot, you kick him in the face and do the backflip. You know.
Oh, that was the secret move.
It
And-
sounds so bad.
Don't you love those 80s flicks? You miss
Yeah.
those 80s flicks. You know
I
you do.
Do.
Wait, I don't know if this is real, but somebody is saying Long John is saying Best of the Best is on Stars tomorrow afternoon.
I'm
I
not
don't know if
surprised.
that's
I'm checking
true.
it out.
I'm not surprised.
I have it on VHS.
Okay, guys, which one is this? The movie with Chuck Norris and the kid has daydreams.
Oh, Sidekicks.
Yeah, but that's not a movie. That's a TV show. No.
No. There was a TV show with Ernie Reyes Jr.
Yeah.
called Sidekicks.
Oh, you're talking about with the white kid, with the fucking kid from Sequest or whatever.
Yeah. That's it. His name was called Sidekicks.
That's right. I forgot about that shit.
You remember that? Remember he would daydream. And
Yes,
he would always
I
daydream about Chuck Norris.
I completely fucking
Wait, the
remember
kid
that. Yeah.
daydreams about Chuck Norris?
He had this huge imagination, and I think he
So
had
Chuck
like,
Norris
a mask,
is like
I don't
his
know, but he always dreamed about meeting Chuck Norris and going through these adventures with Chuck Norris.
He's his
and-
imaginary friend, you know? Like
Yeah.
Okay.
he give the kid confidence, like the way we said about the Bruce Lee, but it's all in his mind. But
Yep.
then he manifested where at the end he's in Chuck Norris's tournament, and Chuck Norris go like this. You know, like you remember, like the heel Chuck Norris is like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chuck
And
Norris.
you know, for kids, it was a nice little movie. You know?
I loved it, man.
Yeah.
I went to theaters and saw that movie.
Oh, caralho! I was probably already a fucking grown man when that shit.
Well, speaking of Chuck Norris, Wonderboy, there's a Chuck Norris film on my list. I mean, granted, a lot of Chuck stuff could be here, but there's one in particular I'm thinking of. 3 words from 1983. It looks like.
Oh my gosh.
This
Y'all
is not
y'all
fair
are killing me.
Because what year was you born?
Me, 83.
See, this is unfair to a certain extent.
Yeah, Renato's an old man.
I
He's
was-
got years on
saw
you.
this shit in first hand. I was eating Twizzlers and popcorn and watching that at the favela cinema.
In the Propel Cinema.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Okay.
you have to help me out, man. Do you know?
It sound
One of our viewers has the answer. So
Okay,
Uh-oh.
so it would be like, what do you call a guy who like to go off and do his own stuff by himself, and you just call that guy? He's a heel.
he's a real
It's kind of an animal.
animal related.
Really?
He's a
Animal
real.
related?
Yeah, it's kind of like your Uncle Henach when a women say, "I want to settle down with you. I want to make love to you every night. I want you to. I need you for her." And I go, "Listen, baby, that's nice and everything, but I'm a something. You know, I gotta be out there."
Oh my!
Speaking of imagination,
a sleeping dragon.
Oh no.
It has to do with like a mystical animal. I don't know.
no, it's a
Cobra.
real animal.
Is it really wolf?
Canine related.
wolf? Is the first word?
But what kind of wolf
Second.
is Henach when he likes to do his own stuff and
Second
not
word.
pinned down by nobody?
I
I don't like to be put in a box. I don't want to put labels on this
Oh,
stuff.
you like to get in the box. You just don't like to.
That's true.
Lone wolf.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Lone Wolf McQuaid, porra.
Lone Wolf McQuaid.
Bing, bing, bing. Todd Watson knew that
Golly.
one.
You know,
Man, I
that
haven't.
was
seen
one
it.
of his
That's it.
early ones. And I would argue that was the whole reason why that was the jump off later on in his career for doing the fucking, what was that? Walker
Slow
Texas
DK
Ranger.
got it too.
You know how he did Walker Texas Ranger?
Yeah.
It might as well be a TV show. I mean, a movie
Of
version
that.
of that. You know,
Oh,
it
gotcha.
was way before. It was one of his first.
Wow.
But
I don't think I
later-
ever saw that one.
It's like a Texas Ranger, kind of like a cross between a Western and a fucking, you know, Kung Fu. Chuck
Yeah,
Norris.
Kung Fu flick.
Yeah.
Were there ninjas in that one?
No, not for that one. They might.
He
you
did.
might be
He did
thinking
one
of
where there
like,
was like ninjas
I
everywhere.
think
I don't
you're
remember what
thinking
it
of
was.
like the Octagon or something like that.
Maybe.
Or
I remember that one. I don't remember the Lone Wolf McQuade though.
yeah,
I
because
don't
that's so
remember that.
old. It's so fucking old.
I don't remember that one. Okay, wait. So there's two left.
Okay. Hit us with
not
it.
gonna
Let's
know.
go.
One is from 1974, Stephen.
Don't
So
give
it would have been a throwback movie. And then one of them, I actually used to train with the star of it.
Really?
Yeah, true story. At Crunch
Okay.
on Sunset Boulevard, the star of this movie used to roll through our kickboxing classes, and sometimes come in to sort of show off, and we were all like, "Oh, there's blah 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 from the movie, blah blah blah."
What are you gonna give any? You can't. You gotta give more. So we're not gonna do the 74 one because that's
No.
I'm not gonna know that one.
Well, the one from 1974, Stephen. There is also a video game with the same name.
A video game. So it's not Street Fighter.
It is
Yeah,
the Street
really?
Fighter.
However,
Really? Let's go.
it's not the movie Street Fighter. It's not Street Fighter like the game. It's
Oh, okay.
the Street Fighter.
But it's the Street Fighter.
The first karate star that was Japan's answer to Bruce Lee, and his name was Sonny Chiba.
Yes.
Sonny Chiba.
And he did all the dynamic breathing shit and the fucking like.
I
Sonny
gotta
Chiba
watch
was-
these movies, man.
Well,
I think.
Have you ever seen? You've probably seen a piece of it. Are you a Quentin Tarantino fan?
Oh yeah, I love.
Okay, so he didn't direct this one, but it's from a script of his. It was a movie called True Romance.
Yeah.
You ever
True
seen
Romance. Okay.
You ever seen that?
I haven't seen True Romance.
Fuck.
no.
So good.
Okay, first of all, your homework before you ever see the Street Fighter,
Okay.
go see True Romance. It's
Christian
a great
Slater's
fucking
fantastic.
action movie. Okay,
Oh,
I mean,
really? It didn't
no, it's
sound
a
like it.
thriller.
What?
It's I don't want to ruin nothing.
Yeah,
So
don't ruin
good.
it. All right.
Don't hear about it. Nothing. All you need to know is this. It was before Quentin Tarantino was famous, so
Gary Oldman.
they wouldn't let him direct something. But he wanted to direct, but they said fuck that. So it's the heck by this guy who did like a Chop Gun and all this stuff. So imagine a Quentin Tarantino script, but a glossy movie like by a Hollywood guy.
Wow.
And they have a who's who of and it's
Superstar actors. Yeah.
You're gonna love that one. And
All right.
the concept of Sonny Chiba is in the fucking movie. I don't want to ruin nothing because there's a lot of twist and turn in that one.
I'm checking it out tonight.
It's
I'll let
great.
you
No,
know.
it's
I'll
a
let you know.
great
You're
movie.
gonna be so excited from that because once you also do some research on Sonny Chiba, you're gonna find out there was a karate guy, like the karate Bruce Lee, like the Japan's version of that guy. Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
See, I'm
Well,
learning,
and-
man. I'm learning. Y'all
And-
hit me with some knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's some things in True Romance, like names and characters and
Yup.
things that show up later on in later Tarantino movies.
Yeah.
Where where there's one where at one point where Harvey Keitel asked somebody, he's like, "Hey, how's so and so doing?" And
Yep,
then, and
Alabama.
that's like a throwback to True
Yeah.
Romance.
What?
Alabama.
Yeah,
Boy.
it's great.
They all
Yeah, there's a
connect,
couple
and they all
of them.
connect. All right.
They do.
I'm
They
gonna
do
check
because
it
they're
out,
all
man.
in like the
Appreciate tip.
MCU, right? It's like they're all in the same
Yeah,
universe.
Yeah. Yeah.
the Tarantino verse or whatever. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. So there's one left from 1985, and I used to train with the star of this movie.
But give us you gotta give more than that. I mean,
So there's a guy in the UFC who has taken this character's name as his own moniker, as his
Has
own
taken
nickname.
this guy's name.
So the lead character in this movie, there's an actual UFC fighter, an active fighter, who uses this name as his nickname.
You know what? I know what it is.
Do you? How?
I
How?
gave you a hint that could help you, and it might
Okay.
get you there, might not. This happened to be, and this is a unique situation. This happened to be an African American Kahari person.
Right.
So there's not
That's
too many
right.
movies like that.
That's a hint.
I'm thinking
You're
of
right.
like Billy Blanks.
Oh, this
Not
is
quite
this is-
Billy Blanks.
This is even this is top shelf above that.
Think of a
Michael Jai
lighter
White.
weight. Think of
No,
a
no.
lighter weight class in terms
This
of the fighter.
is
He's in
legendary
one of
movie.
the lighter. He's in one of the 3 lightest weight classes.
Bruce Leroy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know
Oh,
the movie
he's
that
got
that
the
came from?
flow.
Yeah.
Bro, The
The
Last
Last
Dragon. Let's go.
Yes, there
That's
you
one of
go.
my
There you
all-time
go.
favorite movies right there, dude.
Do you know that Matt Serra said that that was his inspiration to start martial arts? That
Really?
Really?
I
Matt
heard
Serra?
him talking about it. I saw it in passing on, like, I think it was on Instagram with him and not Ed Norton, Jim Norton.
Jim
you know
Norton.
the show they
Yeah,
have?
Jim Norton.
He
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
saying- he was
Unfiltered.
saying, yeah, I saw a movie called The Last Dragon, and it was, yeah, with Bruce Leroy and all that stuff.
Dude,
yeah,
I love that movie, man. And it's got some really good martial artists. Ernie Reyes Jr. was
as a little kid.
Yeah, his dad
He's
was in the
popping-
movie
he's
too.
he's breaking. He's doing some, some.
Who's the master?
Yeah, show enough.
Dude,
And he was the only guy that wasn't a fucking. He was just an actor. They had to show.
really?
Yeah, the guy who plays Show Enough, he didn't know any fucking karate. He just
Wow. He played a good bad guy, though. I'll
Well-
tell you that.
And the funny thing is, Angela Lee went as Show Enough last Halloween.
and she
I mean,
killed.
not Angela Hill.
So fun fact.
Angie, she went as Show Enough.
That's
listen,
awesome.
I told you about my father being a New York karate teacher, black guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this happened to be my father's one of his best friend was this crazy Italian guy. Okay, and he had a little son with a black woman. Okay, and that little man was a Chimak. Okay, so his father put him in my dad's karate class when he was a little kid, and that's how he got into karate. My dad was his first karate teacher, Chimak.
Stop.
And that's who I used to train with at Crunch on
Well, I
Sunset.
knew exactly.
Timak.
What?
Timak was the guy that would show up to our kickboxing classes. Yeah.
That is the coolest thing ever,
Yeah.
man.
When I was a kid, that was like Star Wars. I mean, the fact that I knew him got me points on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Didn't
What
pay that
happened was-
bill. Electricity cut off.
I don't understand. What the fuck is going on here? Okay.
Another's been hacked. What happened?
Oh my God.
It's the Cricket Wireless. It's the lights.
I just don't know these days. Hold on. I'm gonna
Okay.
turn some.
We can pull it, but listen, in the meantime, I want to show, since I actually made a summary, Stephen, of all of these movies for folks to know if they want to make a little list of these. These are some of the best movies. Yeah, so these are the karate movies that we were just talking about.
I love
Okay,
it.
so
The
these
Karate
are the
Kid,
ones.
1984. Yeah,
Yeah.
Street Fighter, 1974. Best
Yep.
of the best, one of my all-time favorites.
Yep.
The Perfect Weapon. I'm gonna check that one out. No Retreat, No Surrender. That as well.
Yep.
Love The Last Dragon, and of course, The Lone
Yes.
Wolf.
Lone Wolf
McQuade.
McQuade. Lone
That was the
Wolf
year I was
McQuade.
born, 1983.
Oh
Quality
my
movie.
God. That's insane. That's just crazy. That is crazy.
That Lone Wolf McQuade. Okay, so what the fuck was I gonna just said?
But wait, so Dean Diaz saying Bronson Pinchot was in it and Dennis Hopper. Which one were they in?
No, they're talking about that's True Romance.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
then your father, I forgot the fucking name of this movie, but I took a clip. You remember when I did a meme where it was like a guy in jeans and no shirt, and they trying to ambush that guy, and I made a
yes,
meme about you.
with like the net and
I
everything.
forgot the fucking name of this, but this was the first time they tried to take a heel guy that only karate people knew of, and your dad's gonna be at the same he's of your dad's era.
Yeah.
This guy's name was Joe Louis, okay? And he was one of the baddest karate guys.
Oh, I know Joe Louis.
And he was a white boy that looked like, I mean, he almost had your vibe. He's like a guy that you would have saw on a fucking soap opera or
Yeah.
or like One Tree Hill or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And he was fucking people up. And then wait, what was the name of this movie? Anyway, it was the one, and then they caught him with a net or whatever. And I said,
Yeah.
it was USADA trying to ambush you or whatever.
That's funny.
You said, yeah, he's
I
sitting there
can't-
messing these dudes up, and they're like trying to throw a net on the main character.
Yeah.
And you said,
That was
Oh.
Joe Louis.
was that Joe Louis?
Yeah, that was his only, like, it was a big movie too. It was a Paramount picture. It was like they tried
No
to
way.
give him his own, they tried to make him a star.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of money they put on that one, but he for some reason his career never took off.
Man. Yeah, man. Rest in peace. He died of a brain tumor several years back.
Well, you had to bring it down to that.
Well, all I'm saying is I've known him for years. My dad has too. We've kind of roamed in the same circles. You know, my dad with him.
Sure.
But he did several seminars at our gym. Very nice guy.
How
Very
about
nice guy.
another guy, not from the movies, but from that era? Did he knew Superfoot Wallace?
Yes,
Yeah. Superfoot, wasn't it?
Yeah, Bill Superfoot Wallace. He actually was on
Superfoot?
Team USA. I fought for an organization called the WACO World Championships. It's like the kickboxing Olympics at the time.
Oh.
And it was held in a different country every 2 years. And we went to Hungary. And the last time the U.S. had won a gold was in 1985, I think. And then so Bill Superfoot Wallace and Joe Lewis and a bunch of other old school kickboxers that were on that very first team came with us to compete in Hungary. And I ended up winning gold for the first time since 85.
Wow.
And that was in 2006, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So I got to hang out with those guys. Super.
Well,
tough.
you know what's cool? You may not think of yourself like this, or maybe you do. You are that guy of this era.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm serious. It just dawned on me. I never thought of it that way. But in 20 years, they're gonna be like, yeah, that's you, that guy. You have this guy.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
You know,
I'm glad you think so, man. But those guys are just, I don't know, pioneers, man. Pioneers.
But you carrying the torch. You know, okay, you
Yes,
know
sir.
how there's Jordan, there's LeBron, or Kobe, LeBron. You know how there's a guy who have the league?
Yep.
In the karate world, who the fuck else? You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
It's
Yes,
true.
sir, man.
And-
Look at this guy continuing to make my night.
No, but it's
Continuing
true
to make
because
my night.
I can say from the broadcast side of it, if I'm ever putting a newcomer in context and they have any kind of karate based style, like there's only a couple of reference points, and
Yeah,
so
thank you.
you're one of them for sure.
I love y'all. I love y'all.
This person was asking, is this a movie, The King of Kickboxing? Is that a movie or is that
that is now, speaking of what's his name? Chaibo, what you said?
Taimak?
No. You said his name.
Oh, Billy Blanks.
Billy Blanks.
Billy
Got you.
Blanks was in that movie. Now that was one of those ones where it's like a foreign production. Everybody's speaking a different language and it's dubbed. But
Oh,
have-
got you. Yeah, the
Billy
King of
Blanks.
Kickboxing.
Yeah.
You seen that one?
Yeah.
This dude's seen every movie.
Listen, I'm a big movie head. Yeah.
Movie connoisseur, this guy. He knows it all.
Yeah.
Man.
Yes,
I love
he
it.
does.
I love that
He
stuff.
does.
Hootie,
Hey,
knock
so
it off.
listen.
Yeah.
What?
My dog is like scratching the bed that she's been on 10 million fucking times. It's like, how much more are you gonna scratch that one? It's the same bed.
Is it what kind of dog you have?
She's a hat terrier mixed with corgi.
So she's sitting there just trying to get comfy, huh? She's just scratching the
but
heck
like-
out of that thing.
Like, sit the fuck down, porra.
I love it.
We got Wonderboy champs.
Hey, Stephen, we should probably let you go soon, but what are your plans next for fighting? We're going to get into Dustin Poirier in a little bit, but I don't know. I think you were one of the names he threw out there too. He's looking for a fight. I don't know what you want to do. And I know, like you said earlier, you're, really, kind of concentrating some work on your ground game and making improvements there. But like, what do you think you want to do in terms of fighting? How soon do you want to do that again?
I mean, I had said something on Twitter not too long ago about, obviously facing off against somebody such, Dustin Poirier, because he wanted to move up to 170. And, I would love to get back out there, as soon as possible. I love the fight game. What better person to do it? And it be a stand-up war, a good fight, right? An exciting fight. Dustin Poirier is definitely at the top of the list for sure.
Yes.
So tell him I said, hey.
I will.
See him.
Yeah. Guys,
That'd be so fun.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That dude. I mean, how more exciting could you want? I mean, everybody was saying, because nobody really thought about, because he's a different weight class. But when I called him out, people were like, I didn't know I wanted this fight until I saw this tweet. So, I mean, I think it would be a war and definitely a bonus for sure. Fight of the night right there.
As good as that would be, my favorite stuff, and I don't know if this is ever gonna happen, but I would love to see all the Kahari guys fight each other. Like, I would love to see you versus either one of these two guys, Heyman Daniels or fucking MVP.
MVP.
That would be the biggest treat in the world to see what the fuck would happen if the top of the food chain Kahari guys in MMA fought each other.
That would be sick. And what's crazy is like these dudes are like, I mean, they were at the best of the best when it came to the point fighting, and they've turned that point fighting style to full contact. And these guys are just, I mean, highlight reels. These guys are doing highlight reels.
You know what? I misspoke. We tend to think of those guys as Kahari, but I actually talked to MVP, and he said something about that his shit was actually, even though it looked like Kahari, he said it was based on Kung Fu.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
A certain kind of Kung Fu. You got to look into it. I never heard. And he said that him and Daniels was involved in the same shit. And I for the life of me, I thought it was just Kahari, you know?
Yeah, me too, man. I have to do my research.
It was some kind of hybrid Kung Fu, because we was doing the same conversation. We was talking in the DM, you know, about, you know, just martial arts, whatever. And then we found out, just like you, you know, we have a dad that was a, you know, martial arts teacher and blah, blah, blah. And then I said something, yeah, both Kahari dads. And he goes, well, I got to correct you there. It was, you know, it's actually
some type of Kung Fu type.
Some kind of in Kung Fu hybrid shit that was brought to England by so-and-so, such and such. I can't remember.
Wow.
But people forget that Chai Kwan Do, you feel like it's been around for 700 years or whatever.
Yeah.
But Chai Kwan Do was created by the government of Korea, or I can't remember if it was South Korea or whatever, as an answer to have their own national thing,
their own thing.
Sport,
it was just Kahari, but changed up, and it was their own stuff. But it was like in the, I don't know, in the 40s or some shit that was created. Or this
is like an encyclopedia.
I guess so.
I
like
this shit, you know?
Yeah, I dude, that's awesome. Like, I
doesn't know how to pay his internet bills, but knows a lot about.
You know what? God, you ungrateful. You're lucky I'm even here. Look at this. I put on the hockey maki. I have my gold chain. I have my high Kahari.
I love it.
Yeah,
dude. I
well, what's not to love? Oh, God, are you?
Showing the
Stephen,
man, baby.
Thank you.
Some karate moms watching.
Exactly. Yeah, you might want to all the ones you've been bobbing and weaving. You might want to send up just divert that energy over to Renato.
I'll wax them off into you.
Yeah, and I check this one in here, and then I send out. I send them back out the door. I check them, and then they go. Like when I push them out, ciao, sayonara.
Ciao, sayonara.
Yeah.
Insane.
Thank you guys for having me, man. I really do appreciate it. I had a blast.
Oh, before you go, my brother, we didn't get onto this, okay? I noticed when we was talking earlier, you respond to something, you went, oh, golly, or whatever, okay? Now, what are some other of Wonderboy's curse words that he uses all the time?
Like, well, this is more of a southern one, but we say dag nabbit.
I love dag nabbit.
Dag nabbit or doggone it.
Doggone it. I work at a moving company for this fat white guy in New York. And if you fucked up, me and my brother, we smoked natural medicine, and then we was fucking up the stuff and dropping piano, whatever. And then the guy would get mad. He'd go, God bless America.
God bless America.
Yeah, and I thought, yeah, that's, you know, but it sounded like he was saying the dirtiest thing because he was so angry. He'd go, God bless America.
Well, people love shut the front door. That's a good one
front
too.
Door. Yeah, oh yeah.
Now,
but even Chris Weidman started to say it now because, you know, he's a South Carolinian now. He
Yes.
started to say, doggone it, or
yeah, I know. He'll always be
it.
a grimy New York.
Oh yeah,
untrustworthy New York character.
Yeah, no.
I tell you what. Well, I don't want to open up old wound, but he gave to me a German suplex.
Oh no.
Yeah,
the Germans. I'll get it back for you. I got you. I know.
Well, no, I did got him back. Don't worry.
Okay, good. I was about to say I can give you his address. So, but
I actually could use that.
They made up, Stephen. You know, here on Tuesday Night Festivities, they made up.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
good.
for the better good of Hey Longo and Matsera.
Matsera.
Yeah, Matsera.
Well, I appreciate it, guys, man. I hope y'all have a good night. I appreciate it.
Yes.
I
So
got
great
early
seeing
training in the
you.
morning, but let me know when y'all do this again. I would love to come and chat with you guys anytime.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can't wait to see you back in the octagon. You know, it's just always so fun to watch you fight.
Thank you.
And yeah, I know you'll be back and better than ever.
Yeah, and
Appreciate you guys.
To the what is it called? Your academy again?
Upstate Karate.
Yeah, upstage karate, because
Oh yeah, we gotta get you out there for a seminar.
we gotta do a seminar, and then we're gonna have some moonshine for her afterwards.
I got you with the moonshine.
Like that. The only
We
time
make
I
our
had
own.
moonshine was in Greenville, South Carolina, years ago.
Really?
I tried it for the first time, karate.
In Greenville, South Carolina.
I had it there.
What?
They
That's
gave
my
me in a
hometown.
mason jar for her. Huh?
That's my hometown.
This was years ago. I did. You wasn't a gleam in you. I mean, I was there. I used to be on a fucking telenovela, like a soap opera. You know? Yeah, called Days to Our Life. You know, Day of Our
Days to Our Life.
Okay, so
I
He
do
was on
remember
Days
that.
of Our
I do.
Lives, believe it or
and
not.
every year we used to do like a baseball game, and then in some fucking place, and we'd be at whatever was the Howard Johnson or whatever's the best hotel they had there, and then they would get to meet and greet your Uncle Hanach, and Uncle Hanach would avail himself of white women for her. And
At the Hojo. At
Yeah.
the Hojo.
it would
Oh
enjoy
my
himself
God.
for her. Yeah, Southern hospitality.
I think you just need your own. You need your own TV show, Renato.
Well,
just to talk about your history, where you came up, your adventures.
that's going to be the
Encourage
documentary and also the ongoing TV show and the video game. It's all coming.
encourage.
Oh, is it coming?
Yeah, and
All
if you
right,
want
I
to be
got you.
part,
I'll be the first one to purchase.
you're welcome.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you.
Okay,
Thank
my
you,
brother.
Stephen.
Love
It's good to
y'all.
see you. Best to your
Peace.
family. Oh my God. What a
Ah,
good
Stephen,
dude.
we could talk to him all night, huh?
I know. I literally could. I looked at the clock. I was like, oh no, we should probably let him go. Like, I love that guy.
Yeah,
Like-
and he's so nice, you know.
He's so nice. He's such
Yeah.
a good guy.
Even though he had to get up in the morning, he was probably gonna just suffer through it if you didn't say, hey, we gotta let him go.
I mean, oh, here's one son of a biscuit eater.
Son of a biscuit eater. What was the other?
Because I love Dag Nabbit. I think it's fantastic, actually.
I remember an old teacher of mine.
Well, I didn't want to say because it's like sore subject, but at work, Bilal, he doesn't swear either. So he's like, oh, fudge, or this
Well,
fudging
only
thing.
fudge that I accept is the one in Christmas Story.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, fuck.
Yeah. King Kong had given us £1.79. Thank you so much. I'm sorry that Wonderboy didn't get to see that. But you're a white belt. Congratulations on getting started on your journey there, King Kong.
Yeah, but don't get cocky for her. You're just a white belt.
Don't get cocky.
I'm kidding, my brother. We're proud of you.
How great is he?
He's great. He's just like how you want him to be. You know, it's like some people under deliver, some people over deliver. He's height what you want to imagine he's gonna be. He give you what your dreams or whatever.
He's any girl that brings him home. The parents are like, yes.
I mean, of course. But usually in the movies, he's the one that turned out to be a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like a guy that look like that and talk like that in front of parents.
Right.
He take you out in the Corvette and he's like, "Come on, baby, for her," whatever. You know, like in a fucking.
Yeah, Daedalus is even saying even when Steven was cutting weight on live, he still kept the same energy, happy energy. He really is. He's just a good dude.
Yeah.
Okay, and Tim Kling.
There's not a lot of guys like that, you know. There's not a lot. What up? Is it just me? Wait.
I hit the wrong button. We're back.
Oh God, I thought it was me again. I was about to say I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Okay.
Okay, yeah, no, I hit the wrong button. I was just trying to say that he is just as lovely. Tim is saying that his grandma used to say heavens to Murgatroyd.
Oh, well, that's
and heavens to Betsy. Like, yeah, people used to say that all the time.
Heavens to Murgatroyd is one of my favorite just because that was the favorite of Snagglepuss.
And who, right? Heavens to Murgatroyd.
Yeah, heavens to Murgatroyd even. And he would say like exit stage left even.
Yeah.
And no.
Oh, hilarious, VT. thought they finally got rid of me on my own channel that you're watching this on.
Wait, who got hit of you?
Because I was gone for a second. So they said they thought
got hit of that one.
of me.
Yeah, almost got. Yeah, I tried.
Hey, guess what? I'm the KB. Look at I'm the KB.
Whoa.
Yeah. Okay. So Renato,
Yeah.
as I had mentioned before, there were some things we were going to get to. And so technically now, if you think about it, Renato, technically now we are in what would have been the after party previously.
What a trip.
But now we're just going on about our business. And so this is what we're going to do now. We already had our fabulous Wonderboy interview. We can talk a little Blachowicz Rakic. We can talk about the dirty Brazilians. Who's next for Poirier? Nicknames, trials, and dating deal breakers. Where do you want to go first, my friend?
Well, I'll tell you this. Here's what we do. While you warm up the audience and you ask them what they want, your Uncle Hanach gonna search the toilet and take a leak over there and clear his thoughts. So he's not squirming around the rest of the fucking thing.
Yeah, that's the one thing about this no break is that Mama can't do the same. But
yeah, oh, what a shame. No,
I might trade you. You go first.
I'll tap dance for them.
Okay.
But I had coffee and it's
you don't have to explain. You don't have to explain. I tell you what I'm going to do, folks, right now. Here's what we're going to do. I want to show you guys some highlights because we will talk about Blachowicz and Rakic. I was working this fight, obviously. And okay, where did I put those videos is the question. That's a good question, KB. Wait. Oh, it's on here. It's over here. I got it. I got you guys. I got you. Check it out. Okay. So here are the highlights for Blachowicz and Rakic. So, this was really sad to me because Alexander Rakic has been out for 14 months. And part of it was, I think he had some injuries. Part of it was just like not getting matchups and all of this. So, he had been waiting a long time to fight. And we know that the last time Jan Blachowicz fought, that was in October, and he lost his title to Glover Teixeira. So, he was fired up to come back and set that straight. He started working with a mental coach, and a lot of things had changed for him because he had said that he lost his motivation during the fights. After he beat Israel, he said the fight with Glover, he thought that he was going to show up on fight night and feel excited and feel motivated to be there, and he just wasn't. So that was something that he had to deal with. And so he had a mental coach for this camp, and it really put him back in a great position. And, it's tricky. I'm curious what you guys are thinking about who was winning because Rakic was obviously doing quite well, but so was Jan Blachowicz. And when something happens to a fighter when they are injured, it's not the fault of the fighter who's not injured, right? For example, let's back it up to when Tyron fought Carlos Condit and Carlos New gave out. Tyron was like, well, but I caused it. So it's that kind of thing. Unfortunately, with Alexander Rakic taking that step back, and his knee buckled, and I believe it was 2 different areas that are problematic. So really, really sad. And so I only hear Womps was saying you had it 1-1. Okay, so that's interesting. But yeah, see, Skeptical Llama saying Jan was coming on. I agree. I thought Jan was coming on. Yes, indeed, the knee injury was absolutely gnarly. It really was. So here's the thing. It was tough for me, and I felt really bad. So I saw him I saw his coach. I'm just going to show this again because why not? Okay, wait, where did it go? Okay. So I saw his coach after the fight, and I was talking to him, and he was saying, yeah, no, Alexander took it hard. He took it hard, and I'm not telling tales out of school, but yeah, he was really upset by that, and I can understand why, because he just turned 30 and he really feels like he's coming into his prime and had a lot to prove and really wanted to show people a great performance. And hey, Renato, welcome back. Talking about Jan Blachowicz and Alexander Rakic here. And Rakic, it's an unfortunate injury, and he was feeling really good about coming back and showing everybody what he's made of. and he was doing quite well in this fight. Very bad leg kicks. The dude's legs are huge. He is a massive, he's a unit. Like really, when you think about it, he's a guy that, you know, you think in other places, people would have been recruiting him for football or whatever. He's a physical specimen. Ranked number 3 coming into this, was having a really great fight. So I do feel bad for him. But again, I'm a fan of Jan Blachowicz. I was on Fight Island when Jan won the title against Dominic Reyes. He's an incredibly likable guy.
Yeah.
And I really like the idea that he was working with a mental coach for this fight and getting back to his old self.
You're talking about Blachowicz.
Yeah, Blachowicz and Rakic, both of them, the two of them. I'm just curious what your take was on that fight. Maybe you can share your thoughts on the fight while I pause. Did you watch that fight?
I did watch that fight.
Yeah. Maybe you can entertain him for a second. I'll be right back.
Well, I'll entertain them about talking about what we got here. We'll talk about that shit when mommy come back. What else we got here? Look at the production value of the eye cut you. Yeah. Why is my man? What? Fluffer, yeah, I am the. Oh, Cara, you think she's gonna drop a deuce, Cara? You hide Dustin Freeman. He do have Vinny Magalesh have the physique from Slime or from Ghostbusters. He looked like a fat, greasy ghost. When am I going to BLM? Bring your money. What's BYM, Cara? Book. Hackett looked like a hick over helmet. Hackett's a good-looking guy, boy. Wait, let's see. Well, I watched Karach Combat. Yeah, I watched that one. I love that one. A lot of people don't know that Uncle Hanash was the first person to put me on. Sensei Sati. That's true. That's true. I did put you on. You owe me your life, Sensei Sati. How you meet BJJ girls? Go join a fucking BJJ gym. It's easy. You're gonna meet a lot of the ones. The Jabba-Jaws. Somebody asked about Jabba-Jaws. It's the same people who make Snagglepuss. Jabba-Jaws. Yeah, I see Adam Hunch from time to time, but you know, he's committed to his family. I'm a lone wolf McQuaid, and he have a wifey and kids. So you know, when that happens, it's usually your lifey is over. And you don't see your friends no more. You know, Dustin Freeman, I hope Luka Doncic, because I don't have another dog in the fight this year in the playoff. So I Luka Doncic, I hope he wins. It's a tall order, but if he can do that, boy. True, I've been with more than a couple of BJJ girl. I had a seminar with Gracie in Montreal. My old sensei's name was Vince. Oh, okay, my brother. Wait, can we get a show of his punch to comment for the maybe one day? Gotta drain the Brazilian snake. Yes, the anaconda. That impossible question. Bootcamp Click versus DITC. You just blew my mind with that one. I can't. That's like I don't know how to his punch that. I would kill myself. How about that instead? Please do an American impersonation. Should Ferguson Hitchhire? VJJ dudes put out. That's true.
Hey.
Luke Doncic is my younger brother. Fun fact. Do it.
What did I miss?
Already did that. We want the tonight. I love. Okay.
What did I miss?
Bring back the.
Whatever. We want whatever. What is this? This is better.
You know what? I think the thing that is different when they say that they're not saying
you know what?
That's not KB or whatever. You know what it is that I used to do this high production value in
your Valley Tudo podcast here, Franklin. Whatever.
No, not that, but the fucking I used to do this movie parody and stuff like that, you know? Right. And I never did that on anything else. So I think people is missed that one.
But we've talked about doing one ourselves, because I honestly think you and I could do the Lake Minnetonka scene from Purple Rain.
This is true.
Really well. I'm not saying I'm going to get naked and get into a lake, but I'm just saying there's a lot of Purple Rain you and I could do.
I'll give you.
And there's this. I wanted you.
I'll give
I
you
want who.
Pain.
I wanted you. I did think you and Kenny should have done something from the movie Bad Boys as well, and I could have been in that too because I think
you're talking about Bad Boys, the original, not
the original movie where he takes Sean Penn puts a bunch of soda cans in a pillowcase and beats the crap out of somebody.
Yeah, and then the guy blow up the transistor radio. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
such a good movie.
So, boy, that's a niche market. Who's gonna know that movie?
I love that movie.
Yeah, only a certain age and only cinephile is really know that movie. You know?
Well, okay, I guess I'm showing my true colors, but I love that movie.
I'm young, but I'm very young, but I love movies, so I investigate that one.
So you looked into it.
I looked into it because
Skeptical Llama even knows it was Sean Penn.
That came out before, boy. That come out before. I'm a 2000s baby, so like for me, I'm a Generation Z or whatever.
Kiyoshi Ghoul is asking if you're going to go on a seminar tour 2024. That's 2 years away now. Why don't you want it 2022?
Well, I might because they're going to be starving for that one.
Hey. So anyway, so where did you I don't know if did you talk about rockets while I was gone?
To have the Hispanic to talk to you about this one. So my stuff about I talk about all kind of other. I was just answering the question stuff.
Got it.
As far as that fight was concerned, great fight. First of all, before the unpleasantness happened, but even though we don't want a fight to end that way, in my estimation, my scorecard, I feel that was African Americanovic's fight. I felt like he was winning that one.
Alexander Rakic?
No, Blachowicz.
Oh, Blachowicz. Okay, I didn't know who African American bitch is. They both their names both ends in itch.
We don't call black anymore. First of all. Why? I'm trying to be politically correct, and
Now I see what you're talking about.
You can say
I get it.
I can't say African American bitch. So what the fuck I was saying? So I feel like he was on his way to winning that fight in my estimation. So it was less of a tragedy.
Sweet trip. Okay.
I feel like it would have been more tragedy if something like that happened to, God forbid, we'll say like you said, Blachowicz. I feel like it would have been worse because you would have been like, oh, this guy was winning the fight.
Yeah, I thought it was a really close fight. I think in the studio, I was working with Bilal and Rashad, and I think we kind of had it maybe 1-1. I mean, Rakic was doing well, as he was, and I think it was
beating up.
But Jan kept landing that combo where it was like bam, bam. You know what I mean? He kept landing it over and over and over, and it was beautiful. And we kept thinking if he went bam, 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 and then went with like a head kick, how beautiful would that have been?
All in the fucking plans, you can be sure.
Yeah.
And if not that, Hackett didn't make any fucking adjustments on that body shot.
That overhand.
Yeah. And so I was shocked. I was like, he better stop going to that because he's gonna chime that. And he just kept hitting him. So one of these chimes, either that was gonna get him or the setup, he was putting so much money in the bank with those fucking calf kick. And those things hard. And I feel like Jan was putting together a great victory. In my estimate, he was the architect of something there. And it was unfortunate he didn't get to see it pay off. If I'm Hakic, I'm very disappointed because, of course, you're always going to give him a chance. But in my book, it looked like Jan was on his way to either winning a decision or knocking him out.
Okay, but I will say that I thought that for those people, and maybe people can comment here, and might I just for 1 second, Renato, just hit a timeout and say that I think that this has been a much better move doing the whole entire show over here on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. So and Fistivities.com. I think it's much better.
Except for the Christmas past was fucking blow out my light for whatever fucking. And you know what's funny about this? You remember that happened to the old Hing Light?
Yeah.
Okay, the same shit happened. And I don't know why. And I bought
Yeah.
this is the new one. And now I went to go check the plug when I was
Yeah.
going to my stuffs. Everything else is work on that plug.
Yeah.
I put in a fan there. I put in some other. So for whatever fucking reason, the same thing blow up on the one that have like the best reviews. It's not the plug. I mean, what the fuck is going on here? Is it?
I don't know. Vinny Bangladesh. Okay. At any rate, I do think though, for those who were criticizing Rakic and saying that he was boring, we'll at least say he's not, because it was an aggressive fight. Both of them were giving and taking. I thought it was a very exciting fight, and I thought that Rakic, in that 14 months off, proved that he's been working on things, is leveling up. He's 30 years old. He's coming into his prime. I do think that he is somebody that people are going to have to really worry about. He's a big dude, and like he stuck it to our boy Anthony. It's like he's not an easy out.
No, look, there's no question he's a hell of a fighter. And he'll be back. It'll be fine. He's okay.
Yeah. But I love me some Jan Blachowicz.
Yeah, and but the thing is like
I really do.
He's not a boring fighter, Rakic, and he just had a tough puzzle to solve in front of him, and he had a fighter that had his number that night. I felt before the shit happened. Nobody want to see it end like that, but I think he was gonna lose either way. I think.
Yeah, I agree with you. With like you said, Jan was he was laying the foundation, building the knockout. You know what I mean? Building the finish.
Yeah, I think.
Sure. Okay. So, other question then. One other thing to ask you about then is what your take is, and I'm sorry, but. Or I'm not sorry, actually. I love me some Ewan Mother Kraken Kutalaba. I do.
Oh,
I'm a fan.
I'm
down. I enjoy him. I know he's a wild man. I know it's a 50-50 chance, roll of the dice, what you're going to get with him.
Yeah.
He's all in. He's all or nothing. It's glory or heartbreak, but it's always fun. You didn't watch this one, huh?
No, I missed this. I don't know when. I probably have it on my DVH, but I for some reason I didn't saw that one. Sometime I'm doing through, Yeah,
it was good. It was, back and forth.
God, get to the fucking. What are we gonna watch the whole fight for? Huh? Are they gonna? Okay, here we go. Whoa, got it. Wow, pin music early. Porra. The black's
huge. So nice trip. Span powers up.
Oh, I don't know why more people don't fucking do that.
And goes into like a Superman punch, pun intended, but then gets taken right back down.
See, that's not the
good.
But
then he ends up getting a finish. He wins.
Well, how? Oh,
guillotine.
You mean he won?
Yeah, he ended up winning by guillotine. He ended up turning it around because Ewan made a mistake and like gave it up, and next thing you know, he's choked out.
Uchi Kuchi Laba. But it beats that way sometime, at least that young blood was doing good for himself and for his family. But you know what? Let this be a lesson to you. I don't know why people sit in the fucking guajet if they don't have a guajet game, why they don't just put it's not hard to do what he just did. It's smart. You know how he
the push off
on your fucking one hand. The amount of time you see somebody do that in the UFC,
For sure.
I'm shocked. Another thing, same stuff I was saying about the front kick. You know how when you see, Cheeto or somebody use it, nobody ever use it, but when they do, it work. And it's like. Kick the person off of you instead of just sitting there in the fucking guard. Beautiful. I mean, do that, young fighters. I don't know why they don't fucking do it. Get them out of there. Anyway, but what a shame that hoochie coochie. But what are you gonna do?
I agree, though. Those kicks are effective. I do agree that people should use them more.
Yeah.
I do. I agree with you. Okay. So so that was it for the fight. So do you want to talk nicknames? Do you want to talk dating deal breakers? Do you want to talk Poirier's next opponent? What do you want to talk about?
I think I'd like to do a combination of a couple stuff. I mean, I would like to talk about this. You know, I think the dating deal breaker, we started talking about that because it was from you know what and you know who.
Okay, so wait, I want to show you something.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Here.
Uh-oh is right.
Oh,
Uh-oh is right. Take a look. We've got our dating deal breakers.
Oh, that have Amber Churd hidden all over it. Oh, Amber, you've been at it again, haven't you? Laying shit in somebody's fucking bed. My dog Hootie did that at a dinner party.
Dating deal breakers.
When I first got Hootie, my doggy, I brought her because she never did nothing like this. I had her for maybe a year or whatever. She never did nothing bad, and nobody said she was always well behaved. For some reason, I bring her to a fucking dinner party, and then the wife comes in and she goes, honey, or whatever to my friend. And then he bring him in, and then he comes out and he goes, Henach, your dog took a shit in my bed. And I was like, of all the fucking thing, she just took it upon herself. And I think it was like a passive aggressive move, you know, like she gonna find the one place like where they're gonna find what they had, and she's gonna take a fucking shit in there.
Yeah, what's the motivation there? I honestly like what that sounds pretty.
I'm who the host, you know, like you know how they like to pee over somebody else's pee or whatever, that kind of stuff. It feel like the ultimate. Like, guess what? I shit on your fucking bed.
So she could tell that it was their home base.
It's Sanch, you know, and it's like it's their place. And there was another dog, so I think she's showing the dog.
Oh, there's another dog.
She's showing the dog like, hey, guess what? Oh, you think your master who tell you to sit, haul over, and all that kind of stuff? I'm gonna take a shit in their bed. But even doggy did that. No love interest of mine have ever took a shit in my bed.
I was just gonna say, Renato, where did she learn that kind of behavior?
Now I'm into a lot of freaky stuffs, but but shit play is not one of them. That's German stuff. That's a Scheiße play.
That's bizarre.
Yeah, very bizarre. But you know, people they take all kinds. There's people who like that kind of stuff. Not your.
Apparently. Okay. Well. Yeah. So what is a dating deal breaker for you, though? I would think so. That's the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial, obviously, that we're talking about, and that she alleges that, or he alleges that she defecated in the bed.
Like there's is proof because she's admitted to it to other people in a chats or whatever, and you know there's people, housekeepers or whatever. So I mean, she shit in the man's bed. It's a done deal.
That's so nasty. Okay, so I was reading a thing today about it where apparently in 2016 he said to her she will never see his eyes again, that he would never make eye contact with her again. Did you hear about this?
No, I never heard that, but that sounds like some shit he would say.
Yeah, so I was reading this today that he decreed, you know, because she had gotten a restraining order against him or something, that he was said, you know, you'll never see my eyes again. And apparently this whole time in court, he hasn't looked her in the eye, and he hasn't, or supposedly, but she says he did look at her once because they almost once got back together a few years back. But that's all the way from 2016. He's saying he hasn't made eye contact with her.
I can understand that. I could deprive a woman of that. I could see myself saying that, like, you want to see these baby browns ever again? Then act high. And I've also deprived them from the goods, you know, if they don't act right, and then they cry about that one. Yeah, really? I can be very cruel. I can check. I give it and I check it away. You know, like the you know the soup Nazi from Seinfeld?
Yes.
I can be like the dick Nazi, porra. I'm like, no dick for you. Get out of here. And then
Is there a cue for it?
You mean like what? Oh, you mean like the Seinfeld music will go?
No, I mean like a line. Sorry, I use a European term. Is there a line
for you, porra?
Well, I didn't know sometimes Brazilians might.
Well, no, we just say it like that, like the soup nuts. You know, no soup for you, no dick for you.
Because I'm saying, but is there a long line of people?
Oh, I thought you said what's the line they have to cross?
No. I'm saying, is there a line?
There's a long fucking line for that one, down the block. So that's why I can afford to be so stingy, because I'm not, you know, I can
the
be.
The demand is greater than the supply.
Well, the supply is pretty great, boy.
You can supply. Your supply chain is
right.
Is intact.
Yeah, it's only as great as the supply chain is only as great the weakest link, but sausage link. But wait, hold on. The fuck was I just talking about? Why were we talking? Oh, Amber Heard. Now, how come? I love that he say mysterious stuff, and where he got this accent from. He sound like Donald Sutherland.
Omega punch.
Yeah, he talk about Omega punch, but also you understand what I love about this guy is like everything he says. He can't, like, even the stuff she threw at him, like the domestic disturbance. You know, he's like, she hit me in the nose with a can of mineral spirits, and it's like it can't just be a can of bean. It have to be fucking mineral spirits. You understand?
So like, specific and so affected.
And it hurts. It hurts. I bought her an easel, and I mean he's a fucking, where he get this way of talking?
I don't know.
Like Donald Sutherland in you remember Animal House?
Of course.
You remember when he's like, I've been working on my novel for several years or whatever, and then the guy go, oh, it must be great, and he goes, it's a piece of shit. Yeah, it's a piece of shit. Wouldn't you like to smoke some pot? Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't disagree with you.
I like when he don't know what. I like when something catch him by surprise and he start laughing about that one. You know, I like that. He's coming off. He's really coming. He's really growing on me in this one here. You know,
is he?
Because okay, there's no question that he's probably a fucking pain in the ass. You know,
look at they both. I'm saying they are both a handful.
But I feel like he's a pain in the ass in the classic sense of an eccentric, fucking uber famous hot star type of person. Okay, like just like pretentious and a fucking like just not easy to deal with.
Yeah,
but that's a different kind of animal than like a person who like physically attack you and take a shit in your bed and he's like a fucking sociopath. You know what I'm saying? Like there's levels to this shit. You understand? Like where you might be a douchebag or like a diva-ish person, whatever's a male diva, you know? But that's different from being like a fucking psychopath, you know?
Yeah, but that's also kind of playing the stereotypes, though, that the woman's the one who's crazier.
But it's playing out. I didn't say crazier. I think that they both nuts, okay? Yeah. I don't think he's a fucking mean-spirited abuser. And I feel like what's coming out is that she's like that. You understand?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I haven't really paid that much attention to the trial. I'm way more familiar with him than her. You know, I'm a fan of him. I like him. I don't really know stuff she's been in. I guess she was in Aquaman and I guess she's been in a couple of things, but I think they said they were going to like make her role smaller in the next Aquaman or something like that. But like I couldn't name a movie she was in, you know what I mean? Whereas I could name 10 Johnny Depp films that I've seen repeatedly. So
I'll put it to you this way, Karyn Bryant, just for the record. So you can, this is just a simple one. They went through like every fucking ex-wife, girlfriend, or whatever, all these famous people he's been with, okay, that he's not been with in years.
I bet Do you envy his Rolodex?
I mean, I used to love the one that I used to love back in the day was Winona Ryder, you know?
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
I feel like of all the ones of he'd been with, that's the only one that I was like, nah, imagine like a 90s Winona Ryder, you know, early
Yeah,
90s.
the tattoo and everything.
Huh?
The tattoo and everything.
All that shit, yeah. But then he changed it to Wino forever.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Anyway, so they went to all those. Not only did they say he never did any kind of abusive shit, they were like, I can't even imagine him doing that to another human being.
Mm.
And across the board, you keep getting this from people, okay? With her, even her fucking assistant was like, yeah, I said I didn't bring in a package that she asked me to bring in. Like, oh no, it was like a magazine. She's like, can you when they come, bring my magazines from the garage to the living room or whatever. She came home from work and they wasn't there. And she like screamed bloody murder and was in her face and was like spitting, you know, like spitting on her and shit like that. And she said she asked for a haze and she like cursed her the fuck out and did all this kind of stuff and was like, just a evil piece of shit. And you're getting this from other people who is like, she just treats people like dog shit, you know? And so you're getting a lot of corroboration. It's not just Johnny Depp saying these stuffs, you know?
Got it. But so I would imagine though somebody
a fucking pain in the ass too.
Yeah, I somebody pooping in your bed, I would think would be a dating deal breaker though.
I would think so too. I look, I always laugh when I see shit like this, or you remember when Left Eye burnt that fucking Andre Heisen's fucking mansion down and stuff like.
Yeah.
I think I can't even stay with a fucking woman if she's like the nicest fucking person on earth. I can't even stay with that one for forever. You know.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Only imagine if someone was acting up to that fucking level.
Yeah.
I
see, because like
I would be out of there before you got a chance to even give me problems like that. You understand?
Yeah, that's.
I won't that. Like, you know what that would be like to me, because I've told you before, I don't put a lot of distinction. Obviously, there's the sexual element, but I don't put a lot of difference in the things I will accept from a male friend and a female who is my friend. I wouldn't tolerate a fucking male friend acting like a fucking asshole. All I would do is be like, boy, that wasn't fun. I'm not going to hang out with that dude no more.
Right.
And as soon as somebody start, whether you male, female, whatever, you start acting like a fucking asshole, or you become a problem for me, you're gone.
Yeah. What's the point?
Hear from you. I'm ghost you, because the only people who can get away with that in life is maybe family members, because you have a vested interest to make it fucking work so you can maybe go to a family function or something. Other than that, if you're a pain in my fucking ass, you're out of here, or I'm out of there. So you're not gonna even get a chance to take a shit in my bed, for him. You know?
Yeah. I guess somebody's saying she was in Never Back Down.
No, was she?
I didn't know.
See, Sensei, Seth, I would have never known.
This person is saying she started in Zombieland.
Man, to me, I never heard of her, or heard. I no pun intended. I never heard of the fucking chick before this trial. And I will say this: she looks hot in the fucking movie Aquaman, but aside from that, she looked like an average pretty girl to me.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't think she didn't look like anything special to me.
Like, there's no universe in which she's ugly. She's definitely a pretty girl.
Sure.
But to me, she looked like a generic pretty girl, like you might see at Whole Food or at a yoga class in LA.
Yeah, she seems like a dime a dozen in terms of LA girls.
Yeah, I mean, and it boggled the mind, because if you're Johnny Depp, this woman is that much of a pain in the ass. Like, if she looked...
Do they have kids?
I don't think, no. And if she looked like Eva Mendes or something, I would say, hey, my brother, wait till it's diarrhea, or maybe, you know, like, wait till she kill your dog or whatever. Like, maybe give her a chance. She shit in your bed, but just, you know, Like I would give, you know what I'm saying? But for a chick like that,
Eva
like
Mendes.
with that much of an asshole, and she don't even look that great. I'm like, what the fuck? And she threw a
Yeah.
mineral spirits. Come on, Paul.
Yeah. Mineral spirits. Like you said, it's so funny and so specific.
She threw a kind of mineral spirits.
Mineral
Again,
spirits. Mineral spirits.
Bridget.
Okay. Renato Laranja. Here's a question for you. Who should Dustin Poirier fight next?
Look,
We got Nate Diaz. We have Colby Covington. We got any MFer at 155 or 170, which is what he said out on social media. He was like, look, I just want somebody at the end of July, anybody, any weight class. And then he was saying how he doesn't want Colby to make any money off him.
I understand.
So he was saying, I don't want to give him an opportunity to make a dime off me. So I'd rather fight somebody else.
And taking that into consideration, okay, which I can understand because he really loathes the guy. He really hates the fucking guy. So I understand that point. And I don't, that's his choice. And I think for not only that reason, but the fact that Nate Diaz bring that A-list excitement.
That'd be great.
And they've supposed to been fought, I don't know how many times, and we've been kind of salivating for that one for so long. I think that if you was to do a poll of most MMA fan, that would be the number one on their list of who they want. And I think aside from McGregor for Nate, I not for Poirier. Nobody want to see that.
No more Poirier, Nate. I mean, no more Poirier, Connor.
I think people is curious about a third Diaz McGregor, but I think aside from that, Poirier, if you're a Nate Diaz fan, I think you want the Poirier. I think Poirier fan wants and Nate fan wants that. So I think that's the one to make. That
would be a hell of a fight. Yeah. That fight's fire.
Yeah. But talking shit in the press conference, it would be, because Poirier, even though he's a nice guy with the charity and stuff, he's also that kind of Louisiana street shit going on a little bit, and I feel like that would be a nice tension and stuff,
See, Breaker America is saying, something like that, is saying that he beats Nate but loses to Colby.
I think that assessment is probably what Vegas is going to probably say true.
Mm-hmm.
But
some people are saying that Wonderboy idea, like we were just talking about before, is an idea.
To be honest, I don't mind.
I like Nate Poirier more.
Yeah, I don't mind that fight at all. But with the Wonderboy, but I would if I'm gonna do dream Wonderboy fights, Poirier could be on there. But I could think of any number of strikers that I would like to see Wonderboy fight. But
yeah,
I feel like Nate and Poirier, I feel like he's on a collision course in the same way like Khabib and Johnny Ferguson was at one point.
Right.
It's like they star-crossed lava. Whatever's the opposite of star-crossed lavas is that star-crossed, like they have to meet each
Mortal
other.
enemies or something like they're.
It was hidden in the scrolls, in the prophecy. For some reason it feel like they got to fight.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it feels that way.
Well, Brewster saying Chandler Poirier. There was something like Mike.
Yeah.
I mean, but Poirier was saying somebody. I guess I remember seeing that on Twitter. Somebody tweeted Dustin. I actually was looking at his feed today, and somebody said like, "Oh, what do you make of Chandler refusing to fight you?" And Dustin was like, "That's smart,"
Yeah, I think Chandler Poirier. I think we're gonna get that no matter what one day.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can imagine we're gonna get that. But I think if they fuck around and don't give us Nate Diaz Poirier, that one gonna slip away forever, because
Yeah.
we don't know if he's gonna stay, he's gonna go somewhere else, if he's gonna never fight again. You know, like with Nate, you don't know where he's gonna be at, whatever the fight on the contract. But you
Well,
get the sense that wow.
This person saying, I only hear Wamps saying it would just be another early stoppage for Nate's bleeding. I mean, that's the thing. It'd be a stand-up war. Nobody's going to, I mean, listen, obviously they can both work on the canvas, but Nate, I feel like might be maybe better, but they're both going to stand and trade.
Listen, here's the stuffs. No matter what you think about Nate, he can surprise you when you are sure he's going to lose. When he fought Cowboy years ago, everyone was sure he was going to get knocked the fuck out. And he dominated Cowboy. You remember years ago? Nobody had him beating McGregor except for the most hardest, staunchest Diaz fan, you know? And at that point in his career, he was on a skid.
Yeah.
He was almost on the outs. So, yes, of course, the Vegas money, the odds is going to be against him in that one. He's one of those people where as soon as you just think you got it figured out, and then he go, like when he came back and almost beat fucking Edward.
Dude, totally. That last round was amazing.
Give him another round, he beats him, you know.
Heck
but
yeah.
He's one of those guys where it's like, because you can't knock the guy out, you never know.
Yeah.
Because
he's not going away.
Guy out. You can't. He's crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I agree.
So
I
like
agree.
I would never count him out, even though of course, you know, if you're gonna gun to your head, you have the Vegas odds, whatever, you know. But you know, I think that's why people always want to see the fucking guy fight, because it's bring like a crackle of excitement and unknown.
I agree. Yeah, you know how I feel about Nate Diaz, so I absolutely love the guy. So yeah, I'm always gonna want to see that. Okay, so listen, Renato, we are in round 2 of the nickname bracket. We need to discuss tonight how you feel about Hot Chocolate versus Little Evil, and Thug Rose versus Ruthless.
You want to start or me?
So, well, hold on. Before we get to this, sorry, there might have actually been here. Somebody had a question here. Dustin Freeman was asking if you could do Johnny Depp's Johnny Depp doing jail.
I can't let you get close. I can't let you. I can't let you get close. And he have flip-flops on, okay? And he have a fucking thing on there. I can't let you, Wanderlei, I can't let you get close. Fool me once. Amber Heard got close. She shit in my bed. It was fecal matter. Okay.
That was good.
This is the best I can do on short.
That was very good.
Okay.
That was very funny. Yeah, that was very funny. There you go, Dustin. That was really very funny. And then what did this one say? First fight for Nate out after UFC. Will he go to Jake Paul's boxing? I don't know. I mean, I don't know if he would.
Look, I tell you this. If you're a fighter, you would be a fucking dummy not to check an invite from a Jake Paul boxing.
I guess, but who is he gonna fight?
Whatever. How would you like? Listen.
Look at
if I'm a UFC fighter, okay, and I've been putting my life on the fucking line every fucking fight, whatever. You could get any number of compound fracture, broken neck, whatever the fuck can happen to you in there. And then you're gonna tell me I'm gonna make more money than I ever seen in my fucking life combined for a fucking, basically what is to them a sparring match. You're not gonna check that? I can't blame any of these. Where I find it distaste for me is when fighters beg Jake Paul to let them in, you know? Or when they beg some big name boxer. That's when I get cringe about it. When I go, oh, God, wait till they at least offer you or something.
Too
like
thirsty.
They'll be begging for it. But if someone came to and go, hey, would you do this fight for fucking $10 million, whatever? I mean, it's almost, you would be a fucking dummy almost not to take it. Unless you just have a thing where you fucking hate his guts, or you just have a spiritual, I don't know why you wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
To take the least damage you ever took in your life for the most money you ever made in your life, when your job is already more dangerous and for less money.
Yeah. Except
your integrity, your name, maybe, I don't know.
I just feel like Tyron is now sort of a cautionary tale.
Okay. I understand I understand that point of view, okay? And I think it's like this. For instance, the single lifey that I have, a lot of married men is jealous of some of those aspects, okay? I can go wherever the fuck I want. I can eat what I want. I can go to bed whenever I want. I don't have to ask nobody for shit, you know?
You can hellcat around town.
I also get to do whatever female, whatever I want. However, that's great. But the side effect is that sometimes you can get lonely, poha. And sometimes you have a bad day. Nobody's going to put your head on their bosom, on their big chitties. Oh, caralho. They're big with the nipples that look like a fucking Hershey's Kiss, or like a sugar baby, or like a sugar babies. Oh, caralho. And hug your head and go, it's okay, baby. They was hung. Oh, God, that guy that was bothering you. Oh, he's a piece of shit. No, you're the best. You're the smartest.
You're the greatest. You're going to make it.
All that stuff. You don't get none of that shit, okay? It's a trade-off, okay? Now, of course, he gave away some of the mystique, you know, some of it's tarnished his reputation a little bit, you know, Chiron. Now, you can't take away all the great stuff he did, but it's unfortunate that that's the last combat sports memory you'll get. However, he made generational wealth. So, yes, his ego was hurt, okay? But if he's smart, and he is smart, and he do a lot of good stuff that even a lot of people don't know in his community and in his state.
Yep.
He's going to be able to use that money, and he's going to be able to do so much good with that
money.
He
already bought his mom a house, all kinds of stuff. But and like you said, he's going to be able to help set his kids up.
For the youth and for that community that is fucked up and depleted of resource, all that kind of stuff. So everything in life have its side effects. So, of course, you can look at it one way. And for his ego, yeah, it was no good. It was bad for his ego and for his legacy and his, you know, his image.
Sucks, yeah.
His
sucks,
image.
Yeah.
But
image, everything.
On other stuffs, probably the more important stuffs in life, he's a big winner, you know?
Oh, for sure. And also, pretty soon, nobody's going to even remember that. So,
you know, it all depends on how you look at that one, you know?
Yeah.
And you can look at some people as a big sellout in certain ways. And, you know, it's all depend. Are you able, what is the side effects and what is the benefits, you know?
Right. Okay. So let's do this here. So yeah. So, hot chocolate versus Little Evil and Thug Rose.
Please confused here, real quick. Some people are saying, I heard he only got 500,000. You got to remember this. Someone like Chiron, he may have been getting that as show money, okay? But he got a piece of the fucking pie, which is the bigger picture here. You understand? The pay-per-view, caralho. He didn't make no $500,000.
I don't know anything about how much.
Yeah. He made a lot of fucking money. Let's put it that way.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
He made crazy fucking money. He didn't make no $500,000.
Yeah, I'm sure he made a lot more than that.
Because that's why McGregor makes so much money. Unlike a lot of the other fighters, he's getting pieces. He's getting in his country. He's getting like pieces of pay-per-view and shit like that on his fights.
Right.
You understand? So the money he's getting to show or to win is chicken feed. He's not concentrating on that. It's all the other shit. is when you have a piece of the promotion. That's when you're getting the big buck. And that's why you think all these guys is begging to do these stupid fights. Not because it's a great platform for them, it's because of the disgusting amount of money that they make.
Right, but then they just canceled the one between Mayweather and Anderson over in Dubai.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because the Sheik died or something. So that one didn't happen.
Yeah. But trust me, these guys is not doing these big. Let's put it to you this way: Floyd Money Mayweather didn't took the fight with Logan Paul for shits and giggles.
Mm-hmm.
He took it because there's a stupid amount of money for him to make, and even a filthy hitch guy like that couldn't turn it down.
Of course not. Yeah, why would you?
So believe me when I tell you, Chiron didn't do that for no $500,000. Okay.
Of course not.
Yeah.
Of course not.
Anyway.
Yeah. Of course not. Of course not. Hey, well, so listen, are there any questions here that people have or anything? But yeah, Mayweather versus Anderson was a thing. It was supposed to happen over in Dubai or whatever, and it didn't.
I could do without that anyway. That's stupid.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I'm just trying to see if there was any questions for you here or anything. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little tired. I'm sorry.
Oh, am I boring you? Oh.
No, I'm just.
Oh,
I was working out. I was working out hard, and I just need to get some. I'm trying to get more sleep, Renato. You know, I stay up late, and I shouldn't stay up as late as I do. It's like silly to like. What's the point?
Well,
I should get more sleep. I need more sleep.
Why are you telling me fucking around with me? You're gonna get less sleep, cara. You probably wouldn't sleep. You sleep good, but not your way into the early morning, cara.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you feel like you're gonna need Pedialyte and all kind. You're gonna need. You know when they done the fighters making weight, they do the IV infusion or whatever. Have that. You're gonna have people giving you a CPH and the fucking where they go like that. Clear, we're losing this one. Gotta.
Yeah, the defib.
Yeah, they're gonna put that on your vagina. They put the lubrication on there first. They go, oh, caralho. They gotta electrify your vagina to bring that one back. So what was I talking about?
Why would JJ?
But before that, oh, you can't sleep. Hey, you know what? Ironically, I fucking fucked up last night. I gotta remember never to do this. I can't start, especially no fucking documentary. That's like that's a serial thing late at night because I can't stop watching. You know, like it's always a cliffhanger.
Like a 10-part or like a 5-part series or something or 6-part series.
A friend of mine was recommend this fucking series to me that happened to be a great drama and is based on a documentary. Okay,
called
The Staircase.
Okay.
So it is have who's that fucking guy that
Toni Collette? I love her.
She's great, and then the husband is played by that other the English guy, Colin Firth.
Oh, nice.
But he's playing an American guy.
He's good. I like him.
So I watched the fucking first episode of the dramatic one on HBO.
Yeah, right. They made a scripted show out of
then I switch over and I watch the first episode, the documentary. Then I go back to and then I'm watching them jumping over and over to get fill in on the story, And I stayed up till like almost 6 a.m. watching this fucking this goddamn shit. And I had to force myself because I get excited and then I'm not even tired. I had to force myself because I start hearing the Tweety birds outside and I go, oh God, you better go the fuck to sleep. And so I felt hacked even though I look like $1,000,000. Look at this one.
That was last night?
Last night. So I barely got any fucking sleep. How do I look? Why God made me to look like this after no sleep even? Maybe it's the kahach.
Hashtag blessed, I guess.
Maybelline. Somebody said, okay, so this is
from Carlito's Way, which my friend Ingrid was actually in.
Well, I think she is who they just said you should.
That's what I'm saying. I'd be playing my friend Ingrid.
I saw her.
You're breaking up. You're breaking up. But that's okay. You're breaking up. Are you frozen? You're frozen in a very okay. Hello, are you there?
I'm here.
No, you've frozen.
Came back.
No, you're frozen. He's gone. So I think you're talking about my friend Ingrid. Her name is Ingrid Rogers, and it's actually a friend of mine. We used to hang out in New York, and she was going out with a guy in a band that my boyfriend was managing. And is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. And that's, I believe, how we first met. And she lives out here in LA now, as do I. And her husband Rob is totally cool, and her son is actually a rapper now. Hi, welcome back. No. You look exactly the same. You're still the frozen screen that you were when you left.
Oh no! Okay, I'm checking.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so Ingrid's son Ajna is a rapper now, and he's really talented. I'm trying to wish I should look up his handle on Instagram. Anyway, Ajna is really good, and he is a rapper, and he's based out here. So you should definitely check him out. But it's funny. It's such a small world. But yeah, Ingrid's actually my friend. So there you go. How about that? Yeah. Jolly Womps forgets that I was, or I only hear Womps is on MTV. Yeah, I was on MTV. I've done a couple of things, before. And so, like I'm saying, this is a Chili Peppers thing. And over here, I could have never been a weather girl. Because the whole other side thing, I guess it's not really, my right to the left. That's a Pearl Jam thing I got after MTV. And this was from, sort of, MTV. And actually, no, this is from when I was at my radio station, rather. So because Mother's Milk came out before Californication. So that was that. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Hi.
Am I back, boy?
You are. Omega is saying that the neighbor changed the password.
Hey, look, I give up. I don't know. I've did everything in human. I've done everything aside from send up my own satellite into outer space. I can't spend any more money. I spent everything.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Can do.
It's okay. I'm not even worried about it. Okay.
But wait, they're talking about your friend Steffi. That chick belonged to the club.
Oh yeah. That we could reenact that.
Yeah, but it would and fucking Ken Flo is Carlito, and I mean Benny Blanc.
Okay, from the Bronx.
Yeah,
that would be good.
And then,
but it's so funny that she's actually a friend of mine. That's just,
it's crazy. She was fucking sexy too.
Oh, she is sexy.
I like that one.
Oh yeah, I bet you do. Okay, so like I said, last time, Sexyama advanced over Caramel Thunder, and Touchy Feely beat Violent Bob Ross. And so now we are talking Hot Chocolate versus Little Evil, and Thug Rose versus Ruthless. And I gotta say,
spit it out, porra.
Hot Chocolate beats Little Evil.
For me, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And here's the reason why for me. I like to also think I give extra points for the audacity. How dare you call yourself Hot Chocolate? Because you gotta back that up.
By the way, previous guest on our show, folks, just go back and look a couple of episodes and you'll catch Danny Hot Chocolate Roberts on the show with us.
Yeah. That's a hell of a name to call yourself that. The audacity, and also you have to back that up. If you call yourself Hot Chocolate and you go out and you get your fucking ass kicked, it's tough. You know what I mean? So like you gotta live up to that name, and people gonna hate you. Like automatically the girls is gonna like you. But you walk down the aisle, these guys gonna be hating on you. Fuck you, boo, Hot Chocolate, The girl's gonna be like, woo, Hot Chocolate, So you're putting pressure on yourself with a name like that,
It fits.
I say again.
I said it fits.
Oh yeah. No, and far be it from me to say no. It's perfect for him. That's why I like that.
Well, Randy Rabata likes Little Evil. Look at
Probably
that's the
because-
thing. Little Evil. Little Evil is a fantastic name,
Yeah, and
and
probably
I love
because
Jens.
because
It's not. I mean,
they
and
like
again, it's
Jens
this is
Pova,
not
and
about
he's a
the
fine
fighter.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the fighter. We're talking about nicknames here,
Right.
and for me, hot chocolate. Look, I love Jens Paul. I've always been a fan of that guy, but look, hot chocolate. Come on, especially when you took away my beloved caramel thunder. I'm gonna get one of these one in here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because as another
thank
fellow
you.
man that look like a candy bar, that look like something you want to eat.
Thank you
I
for
can
the
be like-
donation, Ozzy
Thank you, my brother.
Um,
It all going
thank
to
you.
the coffers of one Karyn Bryant. guys.
No, I tried to take you out to dinner. You're always busy.
Yeah, because you
Okay.
want to ply me with alcohol. You want to put fucking hoofies in my drink, and you want to take me back to your place and keep me as your concubine. I've been this. I've been there before. This ain't my first barbecue.
You wish you were my concubine.
You want me to be the one?
You wish. You wish.
Keep me as your sex slave, like the reverse Black Snake Moan, caralho. It would be Anaconda.
Wasn't there some song called "Sex Slave" or "Sex Crime"? Well, there was. Eurythmics had "Sex Crime." They had that song. Remember?
Man, that's an old cut. That's a deep cut.
Sex Crime. Yeah.
We got to find out. I wonder if they won't have a video.
I don't know. Okay. So, but where do you stand then on? So we both agree Hot Chocolate beats Little Evil. Where do you stand on Thug Rose versus Ruthless?
Okay, this is gonna hurt because Ruthless is kind of like, it's one of those ones. He's like, he's a legend, and I like Ruthless Hobby Lawler because it's so simple. But it works so well. It's almost like it's just like it's classic, and he remind me of like Ruthless Hackers, like from like NWA shit, just Ruthless Hobby Lawler, just always have a hang to it on all that stuff. But something about Thug Rose, I think for me it's the contrast, it's the dichotomy, it's the contrast of two flavors together, the thug and the hose. You understand? It's like putting like salt caramel. It's two things together, the juxtaposition of those two stuff.
Yes, Cortez, it was. I agree with you that Ruthless is a perfect nickname for him as well.
Yeah.
When he was in his prime as a wrecking machine, just a full-on destroyer.
Yeah.
And he was ruthless. He took no prisoners. He didn't stop. He just kept coming forward. You can't get rid of him.
Yeah, he was almost like he was becoming like the Mike Tyson of the fucking UFC in a way,
Yeah, and I've always said that when we talk about I've always said when we talk about our zombie apocalypse teams that Ruthless is my lead guy. Like he's in front, and we're all like, I'm all like, what should we do, Robbie?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, by the way, Hobby, speaking of which, like a Wonderboy, for as ruthless as his nickname and the way he fight, what a nice fucking guy.
So nice.
Nice, and like when you meet him, you're like, this can't be the same guy,
He's so chill.
He's so nice, and like also it's funny because a lot of fighters have like grizzly hands that's like gnarly and shit. He have like these soft, kind of not unassuming hands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
No, I like when they have nice hands. I know.
But I'm just saying, like he don't fit the profile. Like you're just like, look, Hobby Lawler. He just and he's just so nice. It's just crazy. Some of these guys is very unexpected when you meet these fucking guys.
No, I couldn't agree more. The nice hands thing is key. And Ruthless is a lovely guy. He's a sweetheart of a family guy. And here's the thing, like I agree that it's a fantastic name, but yeah, to me, Thug Rose wins that bracket because because of the dichotomy, because she is such a sweetheart of a girl.
You know, like
because
Guns and Hoses. You know how that name works so well?
Right.
It's a similar dynamic.
It's opposites and
you're like, oh, God.
right. And so, and plus it's just fun to say. I mean, we all end up imitating DC with Thug Rose.
You love it. It just have a hint to it, and it's unique. It's like you could imagine, like, for instance, here's another thing about her name, which is a very unusual thing for a nickname. Only she can wield that nickname.
Yeah.
There can be a million iron somethings. There can be a million pit bull, you know, blah, blah, blah. But her name, Thug Rose, she's the one and only person who can ever have that name, you know? So that make it a little bit more special, you know? It's like, there is no other, you know, you wouldn't put that together anyway, you know, Thug Rose.
True.
Yeah.
I agree. It's fantastic. And by the way, Thug Rose, another former guest of ours here on the show. So people should definitely look up that episode. It was, I think, number 5. She was an early adopter of the Tuesday Night Festivities.
She was attracted from me. She was clamoring to get onto this.
I think it's that she and I have known each other for a long time, really, is what it is.
It probably had less to do with it than that.
No, I think it's that I knew her before she even was in the UFC, but I don't know.
We tell ourselves a lot of stuff to get through life, and we tell ourselves a lot of fairy tale and fantasy.
Hey, okay, so I think it seems like most people seem to agree that Thug Rose might be the ones, but we'll have to go. We'll do a poll on Twitter and stuff as well. But it looks like here seems like more people were on the Thug Rose tip here, I think.
Guys, and it's nothing against Ruthless, and the thing is true. As good as Ruthless nickname is, it's also very simple, you know. And it just Thug Rose just advanced to the next level because it's just a little more unique and a little more you don't see it coming, you know. I mean, it's more special.
I guess, yeah. I guess it's just with Ruthless though. It's so fitting.
It is.
And so to me, just like you said, only Thug Rose can have that name. I will argue the next person that dares use Ruthless will be like, really? Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like he's branded that name.
Yeah, but one day there could be a Ruthless guy, and if he can fight and he's special, we're gonna be like, okay, you know.
We'll see. I'm just gonna say when he comes around or she comes around, we'll see. I'm just saying those are big shoes to fill.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else, Renato, before we get out of here? I think you know, again, I think this has just been better moving it over here. And I know we had a couple of hiccups, but it's just overall much better over here.
My side, and I mean, the only thing left to do, the one thing that I haven't did is I could just ask the fucking cable company for a new modem, because that's the only thing that I didn't bought myself that they provide. That's the only thing I can't account for, is that maybe they fucking modem ain't working. I don't know.
I had to replace mine because we were having issues early on with our show. And so it could be the modem. They are faulty. And mine was ATT. I don't know if you have HCG, ATT. That's is what I had. And mine was faulty and they did replace it.
Mine is Black Zillions. Use what you use HCG?
Yeah.
Oh God, are you? I use you went over your head for, huh? HCG versus Black Zillion.
Oh, get it right, of course. Yes.
Never mind. You tried, you said.
I did.
So I use the fucking stupid the cable company, the Spectrum.
Spectrum. Oh, that's bull crap.
But
hey, listen.
Yeah.
I want to do a quick thing. I want to let people know. Okay, so this necklace I'm wearing today, it is a Shazam necklace, you know.
Oh, Shazam.
Yeah. So this is from my friends over at Good Art Hollywood. If you go over and look on Instagram at Good Art Hollywood, they make some of the coolest stuff, jewelry for men and women, but they also have things like, you know, belt loop clips for your keys. And, you know, they have a lot of like men's jewelry, like cool, thick.
Find me some chains and some
maybe
amulets.
Maybe, but
Oh.
like how I wear these bracelets, they have a lot. They have these kind of things for women, but they have them for men too, where they're like a nice thicker chain. They make everything on site here in LA. I've seen their shop. I've seen them make it by hand. They're really, really, really talented. And they sent me this Shazam necklace, and I am in love with it. And I'm going to be wearing it all the time. So get used to it.
Well, can you ask them if they can make me a little hanach that I can wear and of myself here?
Just a little version of you.
How about this? A little version of me, but on my lap is a ventriloquist dummy of me, and I'm with the ventriloquist dummy, and we're looking at each other like, I ain't no dummy. You know what I mean? Like that. Wouldn't that be unique?
I ain't no dummy. That's
Yeah.
funny.
I think that shouldn't be hard for them to make custom to order.
It's funny. It's funny. You're right. Hey, well, listen. I want to let everybody know that where they can find us, Renato. Here, I made a new graphic for us so everybody could see. So this is where you can find the show. Fistivities.com, YouTube for Karyn Bryant, Renato's channel on Twitch, Renato_Laranja, or on my Twitter, Karyn Bryant. You can find me there. You can find me on Instagram at KBHeat, YouTube/Karyn Bryant. So you might be watching that. If you're watching that now, hit subscribe, please. And you can find Renato at Renato_Laranja on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch.
Look at me up there. There I am. You made it. You made it, Hanach. Every time I see my accomplishments up there, I just get a glimmer on the eye. I'm so proud of me.
Yeah. Yep. Well, listen, you got to go follow us there. And like I said, honestly, the easiest thing to do to find the shows, just go to fistivities.com, because this is episode 36. So that means there's 35 others. And, so now here's the thing, Renato, we were doing Tuesday Night Festivities on Instagram and then coming over to YouTube for the after party. We are now initiating the show right on Instagram. I mean, we're initiating it here on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and the website. So it's all just one show now. And people have asked about us putting it on as a downloadable audio file. That's still something to consider. We still have to consider if we're making a new name.
People have asked that, people are doing viewing parties. Can you believe this? In movie theaters around the country. I mean, this fucking thing is checking off in a way. I'm flattered.
It really is. It really is. But yeah, we were still considering different names. To be honest with you, earlier today, I kind of chuckled when I thought about Jarring Partners.
I don't mind it one bit. You say the fucking word.
I legit cracked up. I was like, you know what? Dang it, that's funny.
That is always when you make yourself laugh with something, genuine laugh. It's a winner. I'm telling you, it never fails. Even if it's weird and you go, but why do I think this funny? If it make you laugh, somebody it's gonna strike a fucking chord.
Let's ask the people here. Listen, if we change the name of the show to Jarring Partners, with KB and Renato, because we wanted to show that wanted a name that implied that we talk about MMA, but that we also talk about pop culture, but that also we're slightly adversarial sometimes. But
and we opposites attract, and we like there's a and it can be jarring what we're talking about, and I can be
right. Sometimes I'm like,
yeah, I think that it's fantastic.
It's pretty darn funny. So, but it is kind of weird. So I don't know if it's one of those things that people would appreciate or not.
So is this show? It's truth in advertising.
Yeah. Somebody, okay, so they're saying it's a pretty good name. Slow DK saying it's a pretty good name. Saying we should use double team. Light Skin Partners is one. Jarring. That's not bad.
That we had to put the kibosh on was Fight Skinned, but it's just too long and confusing to spell.
Yeah, Fight Skinned would be too hard to spell, but Kiyoshi likes Jarring Partners.
Somebody said cinnamon bun.
No, thanks, Tim. Thanks. P Brown, no. P Brown seems to jawing. Yes, jawing could be good too because
Jawing.
yeah, because you're yeah. Yeah. Caramel cinnamon. Yeah. Yeah, Tuesday night light skinned. Yeah, the light skinned. Anything doing with light skinned is going to be too tricky to spell. And I don't want to make non-light skinned people not feel welcome.
Well, I don't have a problem with that. You know, people have been making them unwelcome for centuries. What's the?
Hey,
yeah.
Speaking of which, before we get out of here, and I forgot to bring it up, and I don't want to end on a sour note, but how do you feel about the whole dirty Brazilians thing that was said in the corner of Andrea Lee's team?
For her.
So Tony Kelly, right? That's his name, and he was in the corner, and she had complained about an alleged eye poke or something, and he said, "Well, what do you expect? She's a dirty Brazilian."
Yeah. Okay. Here's my.
Curious what your take is.
Here's my check on this. First of all, no, I don't like that he said it. No, I could do without that. However, say whatever the fuck you want to you fucking fighter, okay? But here's where I don't like, because you said what you said, fuck it, live with it, okay? Here's what I didn't care for. After people don't like it, okay? People don't like it, and should it be a surprise that people who is Brazilian or know some Brazilians or married to a Brazilian go, hey, what the fuck you talking? Fuck you, okay? For you to be surprised and think, oh, cancel culture. Oh no, cancel culture got me again. I can't, oh, this cancel culture is getting out of hand. You can't call somebody a dirty fucking Brazilian no more without them saying, I don't like it. So the thinking behind that is, I can say whatever the fuck I want, and I should be able to say what I want. Free speech, I should say whatever I want in this country.
He can.
But guess what? You should not be able to say what you want about what I said. If you say what you want about what I said, that's cancel culture. No. Don't work that way. Yeah. So you can say whatever the fuck you want. And I'm all for that. And guess what? I say a lot of stuff. If someone go, hey, Uncle Henach, yeah, I didn't like what Uncle Henach said about X, Y, and Z. I can't go. And if it was some outrageous shit that I said, I can't go, oh, well, look at it, cancel couch now. You know what I mean? I got to go, hey, look, I said something. I know it's going to huffle some fucking feathers. Yeah, a lot of people's not going to like. I understand that, you know? Yeah. It should feel like that. You should feel that way. Yeah, I was saying that, you know?
Yeah. Well, like Kevin is saying, freedom of speech is not freedom from consequences. That's exactly it. So, and it's not cancel culture. It's people having a reaction to what you said and clapping back and saying they don't like it.
Yeah. If it's like this, if I say, just walk up to someone and go, fuck you. And then they go, hey, well, fuck you too. Then you go, why? Moi? Why? Fuck me? That doesn't make that much sense. Oh, speaking, this just came out, and I forgot. This was like maybe 2-3 months ago, and I completely forgot this happened. I was walking down the street, minding my own business with Hootie, and there was an insane person, female across the street, like an older lady, like, I don't know, maybe in her 60s, something like that. Mm-hmm. Old white lady, look almost like a meth addict, just fucking like furious, you know? Mm-hmm. I'm minding my own business from across the street, and I'm not saying nothing to her. I'm just minding my fucking business. She looks over at me and she goes, fuck you, you fucking nigger. And I was so proud of myself because I knew, look, I got to consider the source here, you know? Yeah. This wasn't somebody like a school teacher or somebody. So I was proud of my evolution because I went like this with just like this. I go, well, fuck you too. And I kept a smile on my face about it. And then she went, and then she just started like fuck, that threw her into the moon. And she just cursing and screaming at me from far. And I just kept.
Yeah.
But it was almost like a comedy movie. I just went, well, fuck you too. You know, like as if, I mean, it just water off a duck's ass. But I remember so handsome. And I was like, I wish somebody had this fucking shit on tape. Because she wanted, you could tell she wanted, I think it's like a death wish. You know, sometimes you see
Yeah.
Middle of traffic where they're like, hit me.
Yeah, they're looking for a fight. They're looking for
a fight. And I was in a mood where I was just like, you know, but I wish I could take that. I remember having the thought that I was able to let it go because A, she's a woman, B, she's older, and she's clearly like struggling. So
yes, of course.
I didn't give a shit, you know. But if it had been like a grown man my age or younger or something like that, it would have been a fish fight, you know.
Of course.
But I wish I could get to the place where I can treat everybody like that, where they don't matter. You know, like what they say don't fucking matter.
Yeah.
That's something to strive for. But I remember I was going to tell you because I was laughing about it, even though it sounds like it's a sad thing that someone's going to say that. Whatever.
Yeah, that isn't great.
I meant to tell you because it's newsworthy. It's noteworthy. And I just always forgot until it just popped in my head.
Were you on Santa Monica Boulevard?
No, I was on Willoughby and La Brea. Like she was in front of the 99-cent store.
Yeah, okay.
And I was
I know exactly where you are.
And I remember also thinking like, how the fuck you determine I'm black anyway? Like,
right.
Like how you know I wasn't like an Ahab or a fucking part something. She was just you. And I used
to go to that Sprouts on the other corner before one opened closer to me.
I mean, still go to that Sprouts.
Yeah, nice.
You too good for that Sprouts?
Well, there's one closer to me now. I go to the one on La Brea and San Vicente.
Excuse me, la di da, Sadiddy.
So my thing on the Dirty Brazilians thing was same thing. Like, it's not cancel culture. You didn't get canceled. It's just that people had an opinion about what you said, and to me, it's just what I really don't like about it is, I get that in the heat of a fight, it's a fight. Emotions run high. People are hot. Tensions are high. You might want to say stuff to inspire your fighter or talk a little crap or whatever. I just don't like how readily available a slur like that was. Like, I don't listen. And because it was a all Brazilians thing. It wasn't a she, it was a they, and in light of what happened in the grocery store in Buffalo, it's an insidious disease. It is a bigger deal. It's not just words. People act on those words and they murder people.
Yeah,
it's not okay.
And the thing is like, I don't want to. This is true. When you dehumanize anybody, whether they be a dirty Brazilians or a Jewish people, whatever the fuck it is, you'll make it easier to do harm to that ones for sure. I don't want to pin that on this fucking guy, because I don't know the fucking guy. Okay.
Right.
I know that myself, I don't hate gay people. Okay.
Right.
I got nothing against, and I've never used, I'm not going to even say the word because I don't want to get into a
sure. No, that's not.
Word for gay, to actually talking about a gay person. I've never, it's only been to straight men that I've said that word to. You understand? In like a almost fisticuffs situation, being so angry. Yeah. And Healy is like I don't know, I think we do it, it's old school way of like emasculating a dude, You understand?
Sure.
Like,
of course.
Now, it is still in there. And I've caught myself in like a driving situation or an anger situation.
Oh, really?
Hitting my dog or whatever.
Yeah, it's never
not true. Someone who's clearly straight, where it have nothing to do. Now, if that jumped out of my fucking mouth, okay, and then someone recorded it and it went out somewhere, I would have to just explain to them, listen, I said the word. It wasn't good. It's not good to say that word. You have to cop to it. Okay?
Sure.
You don't go, oh, well, all of a sudden, you change or cancel me. It's like, no. If you utter,
I said it.
if you utter just like this, if you utter a word that if you say a certain dirty word in front of your grandma, you have to curtail your talking in front of your grandma. You can't say, well, fuck this, fuck that. And if it come on, go, oh, grandma, I didn't, excuse me, my language or whatever.
Right.
You don't go, oh, granny, I guess you're trying to cancel me all of a sudden, It's like, cop to it. Yeah, you said something.
Yeah, you said it. Right, own up to it.
Trying to inspire, and you said something that is the kind of thing that maybe, man, it's something I wasn't thinking. I was hot sorry.
Yeah.
But to put it on the person like, oh, sorry, you was offended, but you a fucking snowflake. It's like, fuck you.
We're not.
That whole thing about cancel culture is getting fucking tired.
It is. And it's like
so much cancel culture. You can criticize somebody. You can criticize somebody.
Say everything you want. Just people are gonna snap back.
I always use this fucking example. Everybody act like there never was such thing as like that in the good old days of like the 80s, let's say. Everybody could just say anything they want, and it was all this fun time where we could be dirty and talk shit and say whatever we are. Nobody ever got offended.
Mm-hmm.
People used to pick it. True Live Crew kind.
Yes, right.
Pick it. And I'm not talking about saying the little snide comments on Twitter. They used to pick it. You think they got arrested on stage at concerts, went to jail, and had to go to the fucking Supreme Court.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about trying to cancel somebody? That's heel cancel culture. So let's stop pretending that people never got bent out of shape about shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And that it didn't belong to both political parties. And a lot of people it was about, Satan and devil music from the fucking this and black, Happers talking about pussy and this and that. And oh my God. And everybody been fucking had something, their pennies in a bunch about everything forever.
Mm-hmm.
And they still gonna continue. That's life. Okay? So,
Yeah.
I think people is too sensitive about shit. Yes. Is somebody criticism of something that they don't like to hear? Cancel culture? You're throwing that word around too much and it don't mean nothing,
Right. I do agree that I do think people are way too easily offended about a lot of things.
Yeah.
I'm certainly very much more thick-skinned than a lot of people. It's just kind of the way I grew up, and I kind of had to for self-preservation. And so a lot of stuff I go, whatever, people going to say stuff, or whatever. Like a lot of stuff I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I just thought that's crappy that he said that, because like I said, the fact that it was just so right there and so available made me think, that's not the first time he said stuff like that. That's what I didn't like about it. I mean, whatever.
Listen, and on the same note, if I'm going to play devil advocate, even though, of course, I don't like what he said, I don't like it. Because also, you just put any country in there, it would just sound bad.
It doesn't sound good. Yeah, it doesn't sound good about anybody, right?
Dirty Hussians, they always doing that. The Hessian people would be like, say what? They'd be like, what do you doing?
Oh, we know how they'll react.
Yeah, what do you mean, like dirty Hessian?
It's just a bad connotation.
So what the fuck I was thinking about that. But I can understand in the heat of the moment, you would almost say anything. That bitch killed your mom, whatever.
Right, just to get your girl fired up, for sure.
To fight like the devil, but
right.
And guess what? It's almost like a hot mic. Just own up to it and move the fuck on,
Right. Yeah, don't yeah. I said what I said.
That probably wasn't the choice words. I was in the heat of the moment. I apologize to the people that make me feel like I hate Brazilians. I don't hate all Brazilians.
I don't hate. Exactly.
Just say that.
But he hasn't actually yet denounced what he said either. That's the whole point either, right? I don't think he has. I mean, maybe I haven't followed the stories. But I don't know if he's actually denounced what he said. And he said exactly what you're saying right there. Like, I just said it in the heat of the moment. I don't really mean it type thing. You'd think you would think that would be step one, mea culpa. Like, sorry.
And fuck it. Also, he deserved I'm one of these. He deserves the hype to also double down and be an asshole about it.
Of course, if he wants to, go for
we
it.
can also say we don't like that too, and then he can not like what we didn't like, and then we not like him not liking that. Mwah. It's free speech. For
Exactly.
everybody.
What's his name? And I'm forgetting it now. I just covered his fight a couple weeks ago. The one who fought the Chinese kid, and it was like he fought a Ricky Lang, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna just send him back home to China where he came from," and people got mad because they thought it was, about the COVID and this and that, and people got really, really mad about that and the way he phrased it. And he doubled down. He was like, "Yeah, I don't care what you think."
Exactly. And fuck it. I mean, it's like, I think it's fine. You can be an asshole. Guess what, people? You can be an asshole if you so choose. There's no law against being a fucking asshole. And there's no law against me not liking you because you're a fucking asshole and calling you out on being an asshole. Freedom.
Right. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Maybe
you and me.
It cut both ways,
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. Yeah, it's true. Okay, so listen, Renato,
yeah.
Is there anything else you want to say before?
I just want to appreciate the fan and thank you guys for making this. In my mind, some people was gonna complain that, oh, but I thought this and that and it seemed like everybody is just nothing but on board for whatever we want to do here, and so I'm grateful for that, and I can feel the love from the fans and that they enjoy, and I feel good about that. The only thing, the people who make it this fucking hang light is going to get a piece of my mind. They don't have the freedom to do that. But aside from that, and from Spectrum and whoever else, but the fans is okay in my book.
Gonna get that 1-star Amazon review with the angry type and all caps.
I've never did one of those in my entire life.
You're about to.
I might if they're not careful here.
I agree with you, though. I think we basically have the same people, it seems, or at least, maybe they're different people, but I'm glad people are checking this out. I put some notices out about it on my community thing here, and I'm really glad. But if people are watching this on YouTube, they should hit subscribe. If they're watching it on your Twitch, they should hit subscribe, because now that you're here on Twitch, Renato, you're probably going to do more, right?
Probably. I don't know. I've never touched my Twitch. So well, maybe a couple times, but the Twitch,
it twitches and then you touch it. I thought was what happened.
Don't get me started, please. I don't need any fucking encouragement. Let a sleeping dog to die. So what was I saying here? So if you're a Twitch person or you use Twitch or you got a lot of Twitch friends, I can't tell. I don't even know if I got one follower on Twitch. I have no fucking idea. I set it up one time and that was that. And I never fucked with it again. I thought I would do something on there and then I just forgot about it.
Well, yeah, no, you should. And by the way, Daedalus, saying thank you for another great show. You're welcome, Daedalus. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, Renato, what I'm told from Angie, like I said, we do our show over there on Twitch as well, that there's actually an MMA audience over there, that there's people who are looking for this kind of content. So I think if it's the type of thing where, I don't know if you know what other kind of games you do or whatever, but I don't know if there's a way to like message people or whatever, or let people know that you have MMA type content. But apparently there's people over there that want it.
I play Spin the Bottle. I play 7 Minute in Heaven, and I play Hide the Salami. That's my best 3 game. I have a high score on that one, especially Hide the Brajol. And
I play Defender.
Yeah, you're gonna be defending against my Salam, and your defense is gonna be down, caralho. I give you a ginger beer, and then you're gonna not know what hit you, caralho.
Hey, so I'm working this weekend at the fights. It's Holly Holm versus Ketlin Vieira.
Ooh.
So one of your country women in the main event. So that's going to be fun. So I'll be back out in Vegas this weekend with our boy Dean Thomas, who has also been a guest on this show. For folks who don't know, this is episode 36. We've done this 35 other times, and we've had a who's who of a guest list. A lot of just great people. Dean Thomas is one of them. We had a great time with him. That dude is crazy.
He's funny. He's fun, and he's a kindred spirit to you, Uncle Henach. He's like a dark, old and grizzled, dark, ashy, black version of your Uncle Henach. But less good looking.
Did you see him frolicking on Instagram?
I most certainly did, caralho.
We frolicking?
He's a fool. He's a damn fool, boy.
He is a fool. He is a fool. All right, listen, folks. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Renato, where can they find you? And I'll show the graphic on our way out again, but where can they find you?
Come find me on Renato_Laranja on Instagram. And then from there, we're gonna check it slow. And then we're gonna do some other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I would take it slow, but that's where we start, right?
Mm-hmm. Now we can also start on Tinder, Bumble, blackpeoplemeet.com. Adult friend find us, Ashley Madison. All that stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, so listen, anyway, thank you everybody for joining us. So yeah, you can find all of these shows on festivities.com or here on my YouTube channel. And we also had an after party show before when we used to do this in 2 pieces, but now this will all moving forward just be 1 show. But yeah, there's basically like 70 shows you could check out.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even thought about it that way. The lucky them, caralho.
Well, because we didn't start them at the very beginning. So I will say, I think we started the after party maybe around episode like 10 or so or something like that, maybe. But so, yeah, there's 35 plus 25, that's a lot. That's a lot.
That is a lot. But also, and you know what? Even though I started it too late, but the idea of doing the green room before on the Instagram is good. I could see the potential, but I had to hunt because someone goes, "Hey, KB's looking for you."
Oh, really?
I jumped on there too late. Like I meant to do it hide at 7, and I did like 7:03 or 7:06.
Oh yeah, no, you got to get on before 7.
I know, but I was just like getting some shit together. You know what I mean? I just cut it too close. I'm on my own Chinese, and I got
on the aloe vera,
the cologne. Even though the people can't smell that one, they can feel that one.
I put some perfume on. It's like a gardenia scent, I think, tonight.
What kind?
I forget what it's called, but it's kind of a gardenias. It's nice.
Oh, death by
floral.
gardenia.
So it's a little more floral. I usually wear stuff that's a little more musky or whatever, but it's floral. It's nice.
Oh, floral.
I'm a flower. I'm a chocolate flower.
You're a creme brulee flower.
Anyway, folks, before this gets ridiculous, thank you for joining us. Thank you to Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. If you guys got here on the show late, you got to go back to the beginning. Stephen stayed with us for about an hour, and we talked all about karate stuff, karate movies, who he wants to fight next, like him, running his karate school, his youth, he was awesome.
Yeah, he give you energy. It's like you probably feel better about yourself if you fucking hang out with this guy. You know what I mean? Like, he got something, this kid.
Agreed.
I meant to tell him this, another compliment. He needs somebody to manage him, maybe your Uncle Henach. The fact that this fucking guy ain't a A-list action movie star yet.
I know.
Is stupid.
He should really be taking acting classes, and he really should be acting. I 100% agree with you.
I
100%.
Something's missing here. I don't know what that is. I don't know what you fucking say. But somebody's missing out on a huge fucking opportunity.
Agreed.
So I gotta talk to this kid.
Send him a message, because I could not agree with you more wholeheartedly.
If there was ever somebody who needs to do that, it's like, come on.
Marquee looks and the skill.
Yeah. You know?
What's the problem?
Not exactly like Chuck Norris was a fucking, a Wilhelmina model or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
With that Ray was a rug model is what he was.
He looked like I don't know what the fuck he looked like. He looked like the head guy from like 30 something or some shit like that. Karyn.
30 something. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. We're okay. Anyway, folks, thank you so much for joining us. Follow us. I'm going to throw this thing up again one more time. But yeah, we really appreciate you being here, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Thrill. Show him that Renato _Laranja again.
I will. Anyway, we'll see you next week, folks.
They love
Thanks.
that one.
Bye.